Johnson along with Dan Ravelette. Second half of our doubleheader tonight. The top-ranked Trailblazers face one of JUCO Division II's best teams, Henry Ford College from Dearborn, Michigan. The Blazers, unbeaten in 9 games, are the unanimous choice for the top spot in this week's NJCAA Division I Men's Bowl. While Henry Ford is unbeaten in 5 games, they come off an 83-80 win last night at Olney Central. Currently, the Hawks are ranked 12th in this week's Division II Bowl, released on Monday. Chris Shepard is in his 9th season as head coach at Henry Ford with a 178-70 record. He's built the Hawks into a top D2 program, coming off a 25-9 record last season and an appearance in the national tournament, losing 83-81 in the second round to eventual runner-up Parkland College. Averaging over 100 points per game, Henry Ford is led by 6'4" freshman J.L. Branson at 22 points per game. And Dave Hunter had a chance to catch up with Coach Shepard on Monday prior to their trip to Olney last night. We'll hear that interview right now. Let's check in with the coach.
Chris, appreciate talking with you. We're doing this interview on Monday night before you travel to Olney on Tuesday to play the Blue Knights and into Vincennes for Wednesday night's game. You're off to a 4-0 start. Haven't really played that many games yet in the month of November, and I noticed this week in the rankings, even though you didn't play, you dropped 3 spots. So can you explain that?
Well, we did play on, we played Alpena on, I think it was on Tuesday night last week, and won by a pretty good margin there. We backloaded our schedule. We felt like the break towards the late December going into our conference play. Our conference doesn't begin till seems like January 7th, somewhere around there, and we've had long breaks in between. So early on, we've spaced our games out a little bit where we'll really pick up here over the month of December and January and hopefully just kind of flow right into conference.
Going back to last year, a close loss in the national tournament to Parkland, and they went on and won it. So I'm sure that you would like to have maybe that game back.
Yeah, we were up 14 in that one, and they were really good. It wasn't, we made our run early, they made their run late, and then it was back and forth, and they just made a couple more plays than we did. We tried to get over the hump there, but we just came up a little short. But they were, hats off to them. They were a good team, and they got all the way to the final, and I think they lost the final by 2 or 4.
They lost in the final to Kirkwood. That's right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know they played well in the national championship, and we were right there to have a chance there. And we were up 14 on them in our game. And like I said, we made our run early. They made their run, and like to have it back, but that's how it goes.
You currently have 8 guys averaging in double figures, led by J.L. Branson, nearly 25 a game. Good numbers, great numbers for a freshman, also at 8.5 rebounds a game. So he's off to a great start. He's got to be one of the top scorers in Division II.
Yeah, he's special. We're blessed to have him. He's got a chance to be the best player to ever put on a Henry Ford uniform, and we've had some pretty good ones over the last 8 or 9 years. He's a true freshman. He won a state title. He helped it here in Michigan in Class A. So he's a battle-tested kid that just plays really hard, and he's working on his game daily. And we're blessed to have him. He's special.
Then before we started taping, you spoke of how strong you feel your team is inside under the basket. That's going to be a big key, I think, in Wednesday night's game against Vincennes.
Yeah, typically, we've always had maybe 1 or 2 that that could do a decent job down there. It's going to be an ultimate test on, when we play on Wednesday down low against Vincennes with the way they play and the way they pound it inside and the personnel they have. So we're going to have to be ready for that. But compared to other years where maybe we have 1 kid, we feel like we have at least 3 that can go down there and hopefully win more than they lose on a night-to-night basis on the block, which is not typically things that we've had as of late. We've had to really do some adjusting down there. So hopefully this year it holds up. But overall, I like, for our level, I like the size that we have down low.
Well, you talked about J.L. Branson. Who else is especially playing well for you?
Deontay Pfeiffer, I'm not exactly sure what his numbers are, but he's been double-digit rebounds multiple games. He's got to be a double digits in scoring, and has done a nice job of facilitating. Shamarion Hardy's a returner for us that was all conference last year. Just came back, he's played 2 games for us. He's played really well. And then Makai Tester's got off to a great start early, and then got banged up a little bit. We rested him just to make sure that he's healthy and he's getting there. I don't know if he'll go this week, but he's been pretty good for us as well.
One of your key weapons has been the three-point shots. You're taking about 26 trays a game, hitting 37%. I mean, those are good numbers.
Yeah, that's what we try to recruit to. That's what we try to play to in terms of get out and run and share the ball and spread it. Being in the Metro Detroit area, we get a good amount of guards that can really play. So that's kind of our style and what we've done for a while. I think we've been in the top 5 in three-point makes for Division II for the last 5-6 years, somewhere in there. I don't know where we're at right now. I don't really pay attention to it that much, but it is what we try to get out and do, and we have some guys that can really shoot the ball.
Looking forward to the game on Wednesday night. Wish you the best of luck. I'll follow your team for the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
That's Chris Shepard back in 1 minute on WVUB.
Underwriting support for this Trailblazer broadcast is provided by El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located at 630 Kimmel Road in Vincennes and 427 West 11th Street in Bicknell. El Corral opens daily at 11 a.m. and offers a menu of luncheon and evening Mexican cuisine with takeout available. The Vincennes phone number is 812-895-9422 and in Bicknell, 812-757-4224 for El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar.
Support for this broadcast is provided by the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation, which through the generosity of its donors provides financial assistance for patients, emerging needs, medical equipment, and scholarships. The GSH Foundation office is at 328 North 2nd Street, Suite 201. The phone number is 812-885-3192.
Coach, we're taping this interview.
Trailblazers' last game was 8 days ago when BU defeated Mississippi State 89-60 here at the BA Complex. Dave Hunter had a chance to speak with Coach Todd Franklin last night after Ford's narrow win over Olney Central in his comments. We'll take a 60-second timeout and come back with the coach here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Provided by Memring Motorplex, Hart Street, and Highway 41 in Vincennes. Memring sells new Chevrolet and Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs. Memring also services all makes and models. Memring's inventory of new and used vehicles is available online at MemringMotorplex.com or at the dealership. Memring Motorplex is open Monday through Saturday at 1949 Hart Street in Vincennes.
Funding for Vincennes University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Vincennes Water Utilities at 403 Busserin Street. Vincennes Water Utilities offers various payment options, including paperless billing and 24-hour online access. Office hours are 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the phone number is 812-882-7877.
Coach, we're taping this interview on Tuesday night just after Olney Central came within an eyelash of upsetting Henry Ford, losing 83-80 in sort of a controversial ending. Ford had an outstanding first half and built a 20-point lead. I suspect they played up to their level during that first 20 minutes, and they went to the locker room pretty confident they had the game in hand.
Yeah, it looked like the classic. You take your foot off the gas, and somebody didn't tell Kasem Nash the game was over. So yeah, it looked like he was playing in the second half, and Henry Ford wasn't. That was kind of, that'll happen sometimes. And, you had a couple technicals there at the one stretch right in a row when they got the one dunk and got it back up to 18-19, and that eventually led to your best player being on the bench the last 9 minutes for Henry Ford. So, but it was a good effort by Olney. They outplayed him in the second half, but I think the team we'll probably see tonight will be the team that played in the first half for Henry Ford.
I had them 17 out of 32 from the floor in the first half and 7 out of 16 from three-point range. They cooled off considerably in the second half and also had at least 11 turnovers in the final 20 minutes of the ball game. That certainly helped Olney get back in the game.
Yeah, like I said, you could see it. It's like holding on that slippery pole sometimes. They just kept sliding down. They couldn't get any traction, and Nash felt great. And, they were kind of fortunate to get out there in the end. But, like I said, the team I've watched on film up until now will look like the team played in the first half. So we'll assume that's what we'll get.
They do spray the ball from all sides of the court from 3-point range. They've got 8 guys averaging double figures, and they came in averaging 105 points, although Olney held them down to 83. I think probably you could say their level of competition in the first 4 games was not maybe as good as we see game to game. I feel like that our pressure defensively hopefully can make a huge difference in the game on Wednesday night.
Well, you got to stop the ball. When you play them, you have to stop the ball. If you don't stop the ball, which is true of every game, but against them, it's 100% true. They spread it. They attack you. They get by you, and you got to help. They drop it off and dunk it, or, they're going to drop it off and hit threes. If you don't get back, they'll find you. You just have to stop the basketball. There is no good answer if you don't stop it. And so first step of that is making sure you get back. Actually, first step of that is making sure you don't turn the ball over on your end and you take good shots. Let's see if you get the ball at the basket, get that in there. It's harder to run out then. It gives you a better chance to get back, set up, get your feet set, and, stop that initial push. If you can stop that initial push on them, the advantage goes to you. If you don't, well, they're hard to deal with. So it'll come down to that tonight.
You have had some time off since our last game against Pellissippi State, coming back after the Thanksgiving break. What are some of the things you tried to reinforce going into this game?
Any and everything. We're early enough in the season. We're just trying to get better. We're trying to get better. We'd like to see, obviously, another player or two inside to step up. Anticipate this being a pretty substantial game, much like the Macomb game. So we're kind of challenging our guys to get down, guard, get down to stance, be ready to take on some guys that can beat you off the bounce and stretch you on the floor. So we've kind of emphasized the importance of that again, but that's something we always talk about. But I would like to see, somebody else step up inside besides Mala. We got to get some more people who step up in the power positions here. So if I was emphasizing anything, it'd be that.
I think when I talked with Coach Shepard, his concern was he feels like he's got a good inside game, but he feels like we're probably better in that department. He was concerned about us pounding the ball inside, which is obviously what you want to do.
We want to get good shots. We're a team that touches the paint, whether it's on the dribble, whether it's on the post feed, and then we'll kick it out. If ideally done, we'll shoot pull-up jump shots. We'll get the guard drive. We'll post it up, whatever it is. We want to get some feet in the paint and play from there. So, like I said, whether it's the post, whether it's the drive, I really don't care. Rolls, cuts, but I want to get feet in the paint. I think you've got to move the ball, and you've got to have some guys who can do a variety of things to do it. It's complexities of how it gets there, but we want feet in the paint on offense, and then we want a shot.
Coach, good luck for our 10th win of the season.
Thanks, Dave.
That's Todd Franklin back in 60 seconds on WVUB.
This Trailblazer broadcast is supported by Ular Cadillac GMC, Kimmel Road in Vincennes. They sell new and used Cadillac and GMC vehicles, plus other makes and models, and also have an automotive service department. More information is available at ubilarvincennes.com. Ubilar, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Herman Family Dentistry, a full-service family dental office located at 608 South Vail Run Road in Vincennes. Doctors Eric Herman, Lynn Stein, Karen Shank, John Anderson, and their team provide dental services including veneers, dentures, implants, and more. Appointment information for Herman Family Dentistry is available at 812-882-1572.
You're listening to WVUB Vincennes. This is Trailblazer Basketball for Dave Hunter. I'm Kevin Watson along with Dan Ravelette. It is Game 2 of our doubleheader. As the Trailblazer men have 2 home games. They start with tonight's game against Henry Ford, and then Saturday they'll be hosting Elgin, Illinois, and then they begin Region 24 play next Wednesday. They'll be at John A. Logan. Last week's 8-team Pensacola State Classic shook up the new rankings. 6 teams ranked between number 2 and number 11. All played at least once and lost at least once, mostly knocking off each other in that classic. Here's Nick Nielsen now with tonight's Nielsen File.
Welcome to the Nielsen File. Last week, 7 of the top 11 teams in the country lost. Shockingly, the poll did not change that much. Rather, the top 15 teams in the country largely changed places. The big mover in the poll was Tallahassee, who jumped from honorable mention to 20th. The Eagles won 2 out of 3 games at the prestigious Pensacola State Thanksgiving Classic and looked the part of a legit Final Four contender. 5 teams received mention in the poll for the first time this year: Arizona Western, Chattanooga State, Collin, Texas, Shelton State, and Utah State Eastern. Incredibly, 57 teams have been ranked or received a vote in the poll so far this season. That represents approximately 31% of all NJCAA Division I teams. The pregame show will continue after this 60-second timeout.
Support for WVUB is provided by Byron Pope's Pizza House, 812 Main in Vincennes. Open 7 days a week and featuring pizza, sandwiches, wings, and a fresh salad bar. Online ordering is available at bopespizza.net.
Support for Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is provided by Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home, 524 Broadway. Serving Knox and Davies counties, is a funeral service and cremation provider. Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home offers services that will help tell the story of a life, with service options that honor each family's traditions and wishes.
Underwriting support for this broadcast is provided by Holmes Plumbing Supply, 1690 Hart Street in Vincennes. They do complete bathroom remodeling projects and feature Lennox systems and Bradford white water heaters. They also do sewer line installation. Their phone number is 812-882-1865.
So we're getting ready for a second half of our doubleheader tonight. Unfortunately, the Lady Blazers were not successful in the opener. They did win last night, though, and I wonder, it looked to me like they maybe a little bit tired legs. I'm wondering the back-to-back nights.
That's very possible, Kevin, although the team they played was fantastic. They came in tonight with a 10-1 record, but they increased that to 11-1, but you can see why. They've only lost 1 game this year, number 1 in their district, so they are a tough ball club, but we will be back next week. And I said, you said we had a good game the night before last night rather, 99 points. So we're okay. We're going to do all right.
Well, and I was thinking about the fact that I know I've talked to coaches about this over the years. They always say, well, they're young. They bounce back quick.
They do.
They do. But some of that is deliberate. They're doing the same thing Henry Ford played last night in Albany. They're playing us tonight before they head back to Michigan. They want to do these games to help start preparing for tournament play because, of course, then they have shorter turnarounds.
Sure.
If they get later in the season with the district regional, and then, of course, if they make it to the national. So I know some of that is calculated on their part. It'll be interesting to see how the Trailblazers bounce back after a fairly lengthy layoff with the holiday 8 days since they have played a game.
I think one of Coach Johnson's main theories is that you play back-to-back games, and they're tough, but they do prepare you for tournaments and games down the road.
Tonight's game is only the 6th meeting between VU and Henry Ford. VU won last year's game 88-77. Ford beat the Blazers 77-68. That was the final game of the 2022 regular season. Coming up next, it's a battle between number 1 ranked Vincennes and Division II number 12, Henry Ford College. I'm Kevin Watson. Dan and I will return after this 60-second timeout with more on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Funding for this broadcast is provided by Wolf Construction Company, 2724 Washington Avenue. They offer new residential and commercial construction plus renovation services. Wolf's current projects include work at the Red Skelton Museum and Godare Hall on the VU campus, Good Samaritan Hospital, and Lincoln High School. The phone number for Wolf Construction Company is 812-882-2260.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Culver's Restaurant at 7 Executive Boulevard in Vincennes. Culver's menu features chicken sandwiches and tenders, cheese curds, and onion rings. Culver's is open 10:30 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. daily.
Support for this broadcast is provided by First Vincennes Savings Bank with inside banking locations at 615 Kimmel Road and 2612 North 6th Street, plus ATM services at 3rd and Vigo, Kimmel Road, and ITM service in Monroe City. More information is available at frsb.net and by phone at 812-885-9018. Member FDIC.
A reminder that throughout the game, our Trailblazer scoreboard updates are underwritten by Lou Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. And our appreciation to Lou Hughes and to all of our underwriters for their support of Trailblazer basketball here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB. Thank you for tuning in. Again, with Dan Revelette, I'm Kevin Watson as we get ready for the game. Dave Hunter is in the building, and he was with us on the pregame, and he will be ready to rock and roll on Saturday when the team will host Elgin, another Division II school, and that's a Saturday night 7 o'clock tip here at the PE Complex. 6:30 pregame here on Blazer 91.1. But if you can get out, we encourage you to come out and support the number one team in the nation right here in Vincennes in Division I NJCAA basketball. It is our very own Trailblazers. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Walker Hughes Insurance, 509 Main Street, formerly United Insurance Services, serving Southern Indiana and Illinois businesses and families since 1903 by representing Auto Owners Insurance Company, among many other carriers. They can be reached at 882-3560 or online at walkerhughes.com.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Robin Montgomery and John Yoakum, FC Tucker Imge. They represent residential and commercial listings and sales in Southern Indiana and Southern Illinois. The FC Tucker Imge office is at 2801 North 6th Street, Suite B. The phone numbers are 812-881-7509 for Robin Montgomery and 812-887-8669 for John Yoakum.
We're getting ready for the tip-off of tonight's contest between the Hawks from Henry Ford College, from Dearborn, Michigan, and our own Trailblazers here at Vincennes University, number one in the country. And we're going to go to the PA announcer here in just a moment, and we'll get our starting lineups. The starting lineups are underwritten by First Vincennes Savings Bank, 615 Kimmel Road, 2612 North 6th Street, and the ATM service at 3rd and Vigo in downtown Vincennes. First Vincennes Savings Bank, member FDIC.
It's Providence Staff Appreciation Night, and we are celebrating the incredible people who power VU every single day. To all VU faculty and staff in the building, your passion, your commitment, and the way you pour into our students, you pour your heart into our students, that is the heartbeat of this campus. You help build champions on and off the court. If you are a member of the Vincennes University faculty or staff, please stand and be recognized. Trailblazer fans, let's show our appreciation with a big round of applause for the educators, mentors, and difference makers who make VU a truly exceptional place. Faculty and staff, you are also invited to a social at halftime of tonight's game.
Faculty and Staff Appreciation Night at tonight's Trailblazer basketball game is being announced by the PA announcer.
To see you there. As we honor our great
And now we're going to take another 60-second timeout, and we'll come back with the starting lineups on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Broadcast support is provided by Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 2407 North 6th Street in Vincennes, where every day is game day. Buffalo Wild Wings features 21 sauces and seasonings from mild to wild for their wings, along with cheeseburgers and hand-breaded chicken tenders. Buffalo Wild Wings is open daily.
Support for WVUB is provided by Good Samaritan. This season, give yourself the gift of good health. Find a provider who fits your needs at Good Samaritan for care you can count on all year long. Visit gshvin.org/find a provider.
This Trailblazer broadcast is supported by Ular Cadillac GMC, Kimmel Road in Vincennes. They sell new and used Cadillac and GMC vehicles, plus other makes and models, and also have an automotive service department. More information is available at ubilarvincennes.com. Ubilar, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Herman Family Dentistry, a full-service family dental office located at 608 South Vale Run Road in Vincennes. Doctors Eric Herman, Lynn Stein, Karen Shank, John Anderson, and their team provide dental services including veneers, dentures, implants, and more. Appointment information for Herman Family Dentistry is available at 812-882-1572.
And we are back at the PA Complex. Let's go to our PA announcer for the starting lineup.
For the Hawks of Henry Ford College. At a guard position, a 6'1" sophomore from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, number 3, Shamarian Hardy. At a guard position, a 6'4" freshman from Lansing, Michigan, number 4, Jace Branson. At a guard position, a 6'3" freshman from Washington, D.C., number 5, Makai Chester. And at a guard position, a 6'6" sophomore from Lansing, Michigan, number 15, Deontay Pfeiffer. And at a forward position, a 6'7" freshman from Detroit, Michigan, number 33, Jonathan Coffey. And the head coach of the Hawks is Chris Shepard and assistant Kirk Bradley. And now, national champion, Vincennes University Trailblazers. On the guard position, a 6'1" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 2, Trey Wilson. At the guard position, a 6'3" sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 4, Jalen Callaway. At a forward position, a 6'4" sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, number 5, Dayton Williams. At a forward position, a 6'5" freshman from Vega, Baja, Puerto Rico, number 15, Alex Marquez. And at the center position, a 6'8" freshman from the Laporta, Florida, Kentucky, number 22, Lorenzo Valentini.
And there you go. That's the starting lineups for tonight's contest. Once again, a reminder, our starting lineups are a service of the Vincennes First Savings Bank, 615 Kimmel Road, 2612 on North 5th Street, and the ATM, 6th Street, and ATM service at their spot at 3rd and Vigo in downtown Vincennes, First Vincennes Savings Bank, member FDIC. Again, the starting lineups for the Trailblazers, it's Dayton Williams, Trey Vassar, Lorenzo Malinini, Jalen Callaway, Javon Guess, and we'll get ready to tip it up and get to action here on this Wednesday night in Vincennes. And the tip is controlled by the Hawks. And so Henry Ford with the ball first to start the game. Duante Pfeiffer has it over to the right side. Now back up to the top to Makai Chester. Gets it to Duante. Pfeiffer. Now off to Chester. Chester, left-handed dribble, is going to kick it back out. And now a very long three-pointer off the front of the rim. That one by Duante Pfeiffer. He is a 44% three-point shooter as a team. They've been shooting right around 37% from three-point line and averaging around 100 points a game, although only held them to 83 last night. Ball to the left wing, up by Callaway, and good for the Trailblazers. That's a three from the corner. With just under a minute of play, Trailblazers take the early lead. Back to action now, as we're calling it from left to right. Long pass out to the top of the key and now back in. As the Hawks control the ball, now get it down low. That is John Coffey. And get a whistle.
Personal foul, number 42, Lorenzo Malinini.
And that's going to go against Malinini.
First team foul in the first half.
Inbound on the baseline for the Hawks. Inbounded to J.L. Branson, who's their leading scorer. Ball is knocked away, picked up by the Trailblazers. Now moved quickly down the floor by Dayton Williams. He gets it to Callaway. He reverses his dribble, goes into the lane. It's stolen away, knocked away from Dre Vassar, and now taken quickly down the floor by the Hawks as Branson gets it over into the corner to Chester. Makai Chester back out top to Branson, and now they reset as Shamarian Hardy is going to drive down the lane. And he puts it up, no good, and is pulled out of there by Vassar. Now Dre Vassar pushing it up the floor for the Trailblazers. Kicks it back to Callaway. He kicks it back to Vassar at the top of the key. Now over to the left-hand side to Montez, who gets it down low to Malinini. He's backing his way in, turns, puts it up off the glass, no good, and is pulled out of there quickly by J.L. Branson. Now here come the Hawks. We're just about 2.5 minutes into the contest, and it is now 3-2 with the quick layup. That was from Shamarian Hardy, taking it down the lane and getting the layup. Dre Vassar now working his way back against Branson. Now he gets it off to Montez, who drives the lane, and he is rejected down the lane by Jonathan Coffey. Now quickly pushed ahead by the Hawks, who get it to Makai Chester. He misses it, and is pulled out there by Montez. Actually, Vassar and Montez both there for the ball. Now Vassar bringing it up the court. He backs off, now drives down the left-handed dribble, turns up, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it off the glass, and good. So he's stuck with it. Vassar missed it initially, but able to get his own rebound and put it back up. It's 5-2 with 17 minutes to play here in the first half. Underhanded shot and down in the lane for Hardy. Shamarian Hardy couldn't get that one to fall. Now it's pulled out quickly by the Trailblazers, who are keeping the pace up. Williams gets it to Callaway, who loses the dribble. And now here come the Hawks the other way. Both teams moving the ball quickly up the floor. Hawks now set up in their half court. Left-handed shot, long shot from Hardy. Gets off, no good. And now the Trailblazers walk the ball up. Vassar over to the right side, using Malinini for a screen. That ball is tipped away, but got a whistle. So I think he got a little bit of arm along with it. That would be Jonathan Coffey, 6'7" freshman, or rather sophomore forward from Detroit King.
Cricket-sized gentleman.
Yes, he is. And his reach was a little longer than he wanted it to be.
You're right.
To Williams, who backs down, puts it up, left-handed, nice floater right through nothing but net. And that makes it 7-2. Trailblazers early in this contest against Henry Ford. The Hawks from Dearborn, Michigan, here in Vincennes tonight. They played at Albany Central last night, winning that game just by 3 points on a very close and controversial call at the end of the game. That one was long off, no good for Branson, and now rebounded out of there by Vassar. He gets it out top to Dayton Williams, who's going to drive down the lane. He tries to feed it underneath to Malinini, but it's too hot, and off of Malinini's hands, as Lorenzo couldn't handle that pass at short range. We'll be back in 1 minute. Trailblazer basketball at 7-2 Trailblazers.
Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is underwritten by the Vincennes Laundromat, 1815 North 6th Street. They offer drop-off, pickup, or delivery services in addition to washers and dryers for customer use. The Vincennes Laundromat is open 7 a.m. until last wash at 9 p.m. daily. Their phone number is 812-316-0415.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Jimmy John's at 2361 North 6th Street in Vincennes and 2402 East National Highway in Washington. Jimmy John's offers sandwiches and wraps for dine-in, pickup, and delivery. They also have catering services available. More information is available online and through their app.
Just under 16 seconds in the first half, or 16 minutes rather in the first half, the Blazers lead 7-2 over the Hawks. The Trailblazer scoreboard underwritten by Lou Fuse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes with Dan Ravelette. I'm Kevin Watson. We thank you for joining us for doubleheader action tonight as the women played earlier tonight. The men in a battle now with the Hawks from Henry Ford from Dearborn, Michigan, with the early lead 7-2. As we get ready for the action following the timeout. Refs are ready, ball is set, and the ball is in off the baseline on the far end by the Hawks as they walk it up the floor. That's Shamarian Hardy ready the point. He gets a little bit of a screen, That's from Rashid Sampson, who just checked in the game. And then an errant pass that was supposed to go to Branson, but instead goes out of bounds. And it is going to go to the Hawks. Actually, Dayton Williams ended up with a foul in that it was just down below our table here and just out of view. So the Hawks with the ball again. That is Shamarian Hardy on the right side. Again, using the screen from Rashid Sampson. Goes down the lane now, kicks it back to Sampson, who goes up against Ephraim, who's checked in. Michael Ephraim checking in for the first time in the game. And he gets the 2 points to make it a 3-point game with 15:22 to go here in the contest. Now Montez drives down the lane, kicks it back out to Callaway. Right-handed dribble, stops, pops it up off the glass. And he is fouled, so he will go to the line for the 2-shot foul in the act of shooting.
This time there will be shots at the free throw line for Jalen Callaway.
And Jalen Callaway looking to score with the clock stopped here and push the Trailblazer lead. And the first one's off the back of the rim, no good. If you remember, Dave, or Dan, the last game you and I called when Dave wasn't here, all night Trailblazers had that problem, especially with the first shot. It seems like that everything was a little too heavy.
Too much muscle.
Yeah.
There we go.
And he got the second one to roll.
Yeah.
All right. It's an 8-4 lead. Trailblazers lead the Hawks. Hardy gets it over to the left side to Chester. Makai Chester back out to Sampson. And now over to Pfeiffer. Devontae Pfeiffer, one of their top players. In fact, he had the most minutes played so far this season. They've only played 5 games, but they've won all 5. Left-handed dribble down the baseline, turnaround jumper. It's off, no good for J.L. Branson. And now here come the Trailblazers. Vassar's got it quickly across the timeline. Gets it over to Callaway on the left wing. He bounces it down low to Ephraim. Ephraim backing up, turning, looking for help. Going to kick it out to Montez. He's going to drive, floater up off the backboard, no good. Now a fast break the other way. Stolen away by Dayton Williams, who is going to take it back the other way. Thought about shooting for the free throw line. Instead, he kicks it to Callaway, who takes the 3. No good, but it is rebounded out of there by Vassar, and now we get a whistle as a couple of bodies go to the floor. Ephraim was one of those, and Rashid Sampson was the other. And it was Rashid Sampson that picked up the foul.
Pretty physical ball game so far.
Yeah, as you were talking earlier, a couple of big guys. Rashid checks in at 6'8".
Wow. Yeah.
And Michael Ephraim checks in at 6'10".
Pretty good size.
Yeah. There was an awful lot of them to go to the floor. All right. Yeah. Quick out to Vassar. Takes it to the right side. Gets a little bit of a screen from Ephraim. Puts it up. No good. Oh, Michael Ephraim's got it. Kicks it back out to Vassar. He's going to try again. That one's going to go. Nothing but net. Nice rebound. And I'm sorry, I credited that rebound to Ephraim, or the screen. That was actually Guest that had checked into the game. Javon Guest now in for the Trailblazers as well. One of the things Coach Franklin said in the pregame is he wanted to see more inside work from other guys besides Melanini. Lorenzo Melanini has been carrying the weight down low, but he's wanting to see some of those other guys step up, and you can tell that's one of the things they're working on the offensive side of the floor. Now, that ball was out off of the Hawks. We'll go over to the Trailblazers. And Vassar once again walking it up the floor. Dre being guarded closely by Aaron Allen, who's just checked into the game for Henry Ford. Now he kicks it back to Guest. Javon Guest drives down low. And there was contact. Now the ball on the line, and it's going to go back to VU. They did not call a foul, but they did get the ball hitting the baseline. And so Dayton Williams will bring it side out for the Trailblazers, working to get the ball in under the basket. Feeds it to Guess, but he can't hang on to it. And it is going to stay with the Trailblazers as it was last touched off one of the Hawks.
You're going to hear Coach Franklin say, fight for the ball.
Dayton Williams now, once again under the basket. Looking for somebody. He gets it out to Dre Vassar. Vassar against his opposite number, Aaron Allen, both wearing number 2. Kick back out to Vassar again. Long three-pointer. This one won't go. Bounce around, but Ephraim gets the rebound. Michael Ephraim now hands it off to Jelani Johnson. Johnson checking into the game at the last timeout. Now Dayton back to Johnson. Johnson works it down and kicks it out to Vassar at the three-point line. off the front of the rim, and this time it's rebounded out of there by J.L. Branson. Branson gets it over to his counterpart, Duente Pfeiffer, and now there's a collision on the baseline. And the ball is going to go the other way and be back to VU.
Nice play from Guess. He was falling out of bounds and wisely pushed the ball, threw the ball onto a defender and went out of bounds. So it gives it back to VU.
And Javon Guess will be bringing the ball in against Pfeiffer. Now a little bit of full court pressure from the Hawks. More token pressure than a real press. As we get Lovemore in the game running the point now. Elijah gets it over to Guess. Javon hands it off to Jelani Johnson, and that ball is tipped away. Taken down by Shamarian Hardy, and he jams it. Two-handed jam up above the rim on the fast break. And here come the Trailblazers. Again, Lovemore now running the point for the Trailblazers. Works his way down to the free throw line. Gets it underneath to Michael Ephraim, and there is a tie up underneath. And now the officials are going to confer. Let's see what they're going to call it. They're saying it was a foul on 15. That is Duante Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, yeah.
Yeah. The cheerleader's singing, "You can't do that."
A little boy is over there across the way, too.
I guess it's the Franklin team that's going to play at the half.
Yeah.
I think the fifth graders.
They're getting into it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are absolutely getting into it. Prince Ojukwu, who's checked into the game now for the Trailblazers, he's got the ball as he kicks it back out to Lovemore. Lovemore looking for some room, gets it down to Ephraim. Michael on the baseline turns, and he is fouled. That is Jonathan Coffey who picks up the foul. That is his second of the game. 5 team fouls now on the Hawks. Malinini's going to check in for Michael Ephraim. I think overall that Coach Franklin's going to be pleased with Michael Ephraim's play during that stint. Again, looking for more of that toughness down low and more activity from others besides Malinini. Malinini gets a blow on the bench, comes back in with 12:01 to go here in the half. A 5-point lead for the Trailblazers, 11-6. Ball down the corner. Now kicked out by Lovemore to Ojukwu. He stops, gets it back out to Lovemore. He tosses it back out to Ojukwu, who's back behind the line. Now he steps in and pops the jumper. No good. And rebounded quickly out of there by Pfeiffer. And now the Hawks set up their half court. Allen's got it. Now they kick it down to the left side. Pfeiffer again with the ball, looking for a screen from Saunders. Goes all the way down, tosses up, no good. And rebounded out of there quickly by the Trailblazers, who push the ball up the floor quickly. Lovemore all the way into the paint. Now he's looking for somebody to throw it. Gets it into the corner. That's Ojukwu. Ojukwu being guarded by Branson. Gets it down to Malinini. Malinini looking to turn, and does, but it rolls off the front of the rim. And now we get contact, and it's going to go the other way against the Trailblazers.
I believe that was on Guess. Foul call on Guess.
Javon Guess picks up the foul, and that takes us to immediate timeout. Again, it is 11-6 in favor of the Blazers. We'll be back in 1 minute on Blazer 91.1.
This broadcast is underwritten by German American Bank, a financial company offering banking, insurance, and wealth management services to individuals, families, and businesses. German American Bank serves customers in Indiana and Kentucky. More information about services and locations available at GermanAmerican.com.
Support for this station is provided by the Vincennes University Alumni Association, presenting the Alumni Community Series of performances and connecting generations of Trailblazers. Find us on Facebook. Stay connected, share your Trailblazer pride, and learn how your passion can create a lasting impact. Because once a Trailblazer, always a Trailblazer.
Trailblazer scoreboard is underwritten by Lufuse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. 11-12 to go in the first half of the game. Trailblazers lead the Hawks 11-6 here on this Wednesday night. We just heard information from the Vincennes University alumni, and Association and Foundation, and they bring you This Week in Trailblazer History during each ball game at the half of the men's contest, and I will have that for you coming up during our halftime here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB, and our thanks to them for their support, and to all of our underwriters for supporting Trailblazer basketball here on Blazer 91.1. The Hawks now walking the ball up the floor. That is Makai Chester. Let's check back in the game again. Get down into the corner. Turning and dribbling. That is Chester again. And now it's pulled out of there by Vassar on the missed shot. All right, Vassar with the left-hand dribble down into the corner. That is Johnson, Jelani Johnson, now back to the free throw line. Puts it up, no good. Malinini goes up for the ball underneath, and they call him for the push-off, I think.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, 42. We had a couple of different twos down there, 42 and 32, and I wanted to make sure, but it was, unfortunately, Malinini picking up his second foul.
Yeah, Coach Franklin and the VU crowd does not like the call at all. And neither did Malinini.
He wasn't crazy about it.
No, he wasn't.
In comes the ball now for the Hawks as they bring it up floor. Chester is helping with the point. Hardy now's got the ball on the left side of the court, being guarded by Vassar. Behind the back dribble. Almost loses it. Still looking for room now. He gets it off to his mate, Pfeiffer, who kicks it back out. And Hardy sets again, and he slips. And the ball is on the floor, and I think we're going to get a tie-up.
Yep.
Yes. Getting the other official now signaling the tie-up as Hardy just slipped, and as he went down, it was Jelani Johnson was able to reach over and get a hold of the ball and cause the tie-up, and that will be side out to VU.
And they only had 8 seconds to go in the shot clock, too.
That's true.
Getting close.
I'm a little surprised we're not seeing more long-range shooting. One of the things that Hawks were known for coming in this game, just 5 games, but a very high percentage of shots and actually a pretty high percentage of made three-point shots, but we haven't seen a whole lot of that yet. They're working the ball down low against the Trailblazers. Vassar now with the ball trying to drive down low against Allen, and now he kicks it back to Montez, who's checked back in the game, and Montez is blocked. That blocked by Fred Saunders. Saunders is 6'7", and he's going to try again, does Montez, and this time he gets the foul as Saunders got his arm. First one was a clean block. That one was not.
Yeah, Montez did a good job going back up for it, staying strong underneath. Hey, speaking of three-pointers, in the last game, the women's ball game, the visiting team had 93 three-pointers so far this year. That's amazing.
That is amazing. And they weren't missing many tonight either.
No, they didn't.
Montez does not get the bounce. It went up off the back iron. I thought it was going to come down, but it bounced off to the side, so he'll get another shot here. 9:53 to go first half, 11-6 in favor of the Trailblazers, pending this free throw from Montez, Alex Montez at the line. Got a couple of substitutions for the Trailblazers as the coach Franklin continues to move people in and out here in his 16th season as the Hall of Famer. That ball's off no good as well, so Montez missed an opportunity to score a couple there with the clock stop. Stays a 5-point lead, and the Hawks have a chance to cut it as they have the ball. Now it's Pfeiffer looking for help. Gets it from Allen. Allen being guarded by Montez. Switch up his dribble. Bodies him in down the paint. Gets his own rebound off the miss. And now, good job by Alex Montez again to stay with it. And he pulls that one out of there. Feeds it up ahead. That's Vassar to Williams. Williams can't get it to fall, but he gets his own rebound. And now there's wrestling for the ball. And I think they're going to call it another jump or another tie-up. Almost had a flashback there. They used to jump.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Now just alternate possession.
Going back in time, Kevin.
Alternate possession, and that will stick with Henry Ford. So they'll bring it down the floor.
Really a physical ball game.
It has been, and I'm surprised the score is as low as it is, again, based on what both teams have done coming in. That ball is batted away, taken away, and then taken back by the Hawks. And it's going to stay with the Hawks as it now went off of Alex Montez. That ball changed possession about 3 times there in about a half second.
Yeah, it looks like VU has had 4 turnovers and Hawks have had 2 so far.
9 minutes to go first half. Hawks with the ball on the half court. That's Pfeiffer being guarded by Williams. Looking for a screen. Saunders trying to provide that screen, but Williams stayed with him. Now Pfeiffer down the lane, up off the glass, left-handed shot, no good, but he's fouled, I think. Okay, Mackay Chester, it was against the Hawks.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure initially what the referee was, who he was pointing to there.
Action is so fast, it's hard to follow.
But that's good news for the Trailblazers because it's going to put Jalen Callaway at the line. Now, he missed his first one earlier, but was able to get the second. Let's see how he does this time at the line. As he toes the line with 8:44 to go here in the first half. Trailblazers leading 11-6. And he sinks the first one. First score for either side in some time.
Been a while, yeah.
And Jalen will get the second. Taking his time. Looks, fires, and no good. Rolled back out. So he gets one of the two. It's a 12-6 lead for the Trailblazers. At 8:40 to go first half, and here come the Hawks. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Hardy's got it. Shamarian Hardy working against Vassar. Backs him down, stops at the free throw line, pops it, and drills it. 12-8 now. Still a close contest here early on for the Trailblazers in the first half. We're a little more than halfway through of this first half. And that ball was off no good for Callaway and pulled out of there by Chester. Now driven quickly down the other end by the Hawks. Pfeiffer misses this long-range shot, pulled out of there by Vassar. Now he's going to drive it for the Trailblazers. He's trapped over in the corner, and he's going to get a timeout called.
Good call.
It's just under 8 minutes to play. 7:56, 12-8 favor the Trailblazers. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Funding for Vincent's University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Lindsay Wealth Management at 2801 North 6th Street in Vincennes. Lindsay Wealth Management offers financial planning and investment services. More information available at lindsaywealth.com or by phone at 812-316-2079.
Underwriting support for this Trailblazer broadcast is provided by El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located at 630 Kimmel Road in Vincennes and 427 West 11th Street in Bicknell. El Corral offers a menu that includes tacos, fajitas, and quesadillas. El Corral opens daily at 11 a.m. at both locations, with takeout available. The Vincennes phone number is 812-895-9422, and in Bicknell, 812-757-4224. Trailblazer scoreboard on Blazer 91.1 WVUB is underwritten by Luke Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. And that score is 12-8. Blazers leading the Hawks. 7:56 go first half. Coach Franklin still in the huddle with his team.
A very low-scoring contest.
It has been thus far. And again, I'm especially surprised, again, we're not seeing more threes. And the Hawks have been averaging, up to last night, over 100 points a game.
And maybe the defense of our Trailblazers have a lot to do with that.
I know that Dave Hunter pointed it out in the pregame as he was talking to Coach Franklin that the competition they've been playing may not be nearly the level they're seeing here in our region. And tonight, taking on the number one team in D1, that would be our Vincennes University men's Trailblazers.
That makes a difference, playing the number one team in the nation.
And we're home, and that helps.
Right.
Montez going to inbound the ball on the baseline, gets it to Vassar. Vassar's going to drive, now he backs it out. Kicks it over to Williams. Williams hands it off to Callaway. Callaway now back out near the top of the key. Looking for a bounce pass down low. That is Guess who's going to bounce it in and has got it blocked. That was blocked out of there by Saunders, but now back to the Trailblazers. And Callaway can't get it to fall. And now we get to foul the other direction. And I believe that was Guess.
Yep, you're right, Kevin.
So Guess picks up his second foul of the contest. Going over the back, trying to get that rebound. And so the Hawks take it. Has a chance to cut the lead, which is just 4 points. With 7.5 minutes to go here in the half, they've got a chance to pull within one if they get a three. Ball out to Saunders. Now off to Branson. Kicks it off to the left wing to Pfeiffer, who shoots the three off the front of the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Now down along the baseline is Branson, who kicks it back out and around. And now Hardy's going to try and take it down the lane. He does. But it is no good. He did everything but put that ball in. He laid it on the rim, and it fell off.
You're right.
All right, Vassar with the ball the other way. Gets a screen from Guest, kicks it down in the corner to Montez, who puts it up for three, no good. And pulled out of there by the Hawks. And now here they come down the floor with Shamarian Hardy looking low for Saunders. He kicks it back out. Now we're reset with Hardy at the top of the key, being guarded by Vassar from the Trailblazers. Hardy shoots, no good. And here come the Trailblazers, as both teams are having a hard time finding the range from distance tonight. Here's Trey Vassar. Mounts and pass down low, trying to get it into Guess. Instead, it is knocked away by Saunders. And now quickly moved up the floor by Branson. J.L. Branson gets it over to Pfeiffer. Kicks it to Hardy. Hardy back over to Chester. And they keep moving the ball around the perimeter. Being guarded closely by Montez. The drive down the lane. That one for Pfeiffer. He gets rid of the ball. Still on the baseline. And just as the shot clock goes off, the ball goes up. Branson did not get it in time. It didn't go in any case. And so that will side out to the Trailblazers. Good defense by the VU Trailblazers as they held them for the whole shot clock. Now we're going to get a couple of substitutions as Michael Ephraim will check back in for the Trailblazers.
That was a third turnover for the Hawks, and VU had 5 now.
Galloway's got the ball on the left wing, kicks it back out to Vassar, top of the key. Now he drives past Williams, who's providing the screen. Now kicks it back to Williams. Dayton going to back his way down in the lane, turn, shoot, and it goes. Bounced around a bit, but it did drop, and it's 14-8 Trailblazers, 5.5 to go here in the first half. Neither team really tearing it up from the anywhere on the floor. Started nowhere. They just have not had the range. And that one's off no good. Long from the corner for J.L. Branson. Again, one of their top shooters. Now Vassar being double teamed. Now he's going to kick it out to the corner all the way down over to Williams. He's looking for room to work. And he puts it up and it rolls right back out. Nice shot, just didn't fall.
Took a trip around the rim.
Absolutely. And here comes Branson. And now we're going to get a whistle. And I think that may be Williams again. Let's see what they call.
There's only been 2 threes in the ball game so far. Both of those have come by VU.
That was Dayton Williams picking up his second foul. 16 fouls now for the Trailblazers, 7 for the Hawks. And we got substitutions, and we're going to get a timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Trailblazer Basketball on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Support for this broadcast is provided by the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation, which through the generosity of its donors provides financial assistance for patients, community health projects, technology, and scholarships. The GSH Foundation office is at 328 North 2nd Street, Suite 201. The phone number is 812-885-3192. Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Memring Motorplex, Hart Street, and Highway 41 in Vincennes. Memring sells new Chevrolet and Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs. Memring also services all makes and models. Memring's inventory of new and used vehicles is available online at memringmotorplex.com or at the dealership. Memring Motorplex is open Monday through Saturday at 1949 Hart Street in Vincennes.
Reminder that our post-game show on Blazer 91.1 WVU is supported by Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of athletic training services for Vincennes University. We'll have a chance to talk to the coach when we wrap this one up right now. Just under 5 minutes to go first half. It is a tight game, 14-8 Trailblazers lead. Hawks with the ball. That one is batted away by Prince Ojukwu, who had just checked into the game. He got the pass and just batted it down kind of volleyball style. And now Vassar's got it on the baseline, looking for room to work. He's going to kick it over to the corner to Callaway. Now back to Vassar. Three-pointer's on the way. It is good. He found the range that time. Drills it with 4.5 to go. 17-8 Trailblazers off the three-point. And now we're going to get, I think that's going to be Ojukwu. It is. He's going to pick up his first foul.
That was Vassar's second three of the night. He and Callaway have threes.
And that foul is going to put J.L. Branson at the line to shoot. He is a 60% free throw shooter after 5 games.
First time the Hawks have been to the line tonight.
He puts the first one up, and it's good. And all right, they took a second there. Official talking to him at the scorer's bench. Okay, I think they're ready to go now. And here we go with the second shot. And Branson puts it up, and it's good. Picks them up both. Picks both of them up. 17-10. 4:26 to go here at Blazer 91.1 WVUB. Trailblazer basketball on a Wednesday night with Dan Revelette. I'm Kevin Watson. It is Vassar working hard against Aaron Allen. Now he kicks it off to Callaway, who gets it all the way down to Michael Ephraim. He turns and misses the turnaround jumper. A little baby hook, actually, and just missed everything. And now back to the Hawks, who go to work on their end of the floor. Jamarian Hardy's got it. Gets a bit of a screen from Saunders. He's going to work it down the lane. Now he kicks it back to Saunders. He thought about a three. Now he's going to step back and take the three off the back of the rim. And Ojukwu with a nice rebound up over Aaron Allen. Now Callaway, left wing, gets it to Montez. Alex Montez back in the game. He tried to shoot it back to Callaway. He did. It bounced off of Pfeiffer, who had it temporarily, but then went. And Callaway gets the ball down low and up and in to score for the Blazers, pushing to a 9-point lead. It is Pfeiffer now, working down against Montez, puts it off the glass, and his shot is good. The team's beginning to heat up just a bit now, as we've got 3:20 to go here in the first half. Again, 19-12 is the score right now. Vassar with the ball driving down the left side of the lane, turns around and puts it up and in.
Yeah, things are heating up now.
Here come the Hawks. That's Hardy working against Vassar, kicks it back out. All the way around from Allen to Branson. Now Pfeiffer, Devontae Pfeiffer turns left-handed dribble in, step back, jumper, no good. And pulled down by Callaway. He and Ephraim were both there. Either one had that rebound. Vassar now works his way down against Allen. Turnaround jumper at the free throw line, and it's good. Nothing but net. Coming up on 2.5 to play in the first half. It's now 23-12 in favor of the Trailblazers as Saunders works his way down against Michael Ephraim. And we're going to get... Okay, we've got a timeout on the floor and a personal foul on Michael Ephraim. That's his first foul. That's 8 on the Trailblazers here in the first half, 7 on the Hawks. And we'll be back in 1 minute here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Ewing Printing Company, where they have served the Vincennes area for 107 years, offering graphic design and full-color printing services. Ewing prints and designs a variety of items, including car and truck wraps. They also offer direct mail advertising.
Funding for Vincennes University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Vincennes Water Utilities at 403 Busserin Street. Vincennes Water Utilities offers various payment options, including paperless billing and 24-hour online access. Office hours are 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the phone number is 812-882-7877.
Support for WVUB is provided by Byron Bob's Pizza House, 812 Main in Vincennes. Open 7 days a week and featuring dine-in, carry-out, and delivery services. Online ordering is available at bobspizza.net.
Support for this broadcast provided by Cantwell Shortstop, 625 Kimmel Road, and Cantwell Service Center, Washington Avenue in St. Clair. Selling Marathon and Sunoco gas and oil products. Both locations are open 24/7 and serve hot lunch items, 11 until 2 daily. Cantwell Shortstop and Cantwell Service Center, serving Vincennes since 1968.
Support for Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is provided by Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home, 524 Broadway. Serving Knox and Davies counties as a funeral service and cremation provider. Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home offers services that will help tell the story of a life, with service options that honor each family's traditions and wishes.
At midcourt right now, they're honoring the VU bowling team, recognizing them as they are currently ranked 15th in the country. This is the first year for VU bowling after a multi-year hiatus, and so they are recognizing them before the home crowd here on this Wednesday night. With Dan Revelette, I'm Kevin Watson. Right now, it's 23-12 in favor of the Trailblazers on the Trailblazers scoreboard, which is underwritten by Lou Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. 2:26 to go here in the first half, and we're going to resume action at the line as Fred Saunders, 6'7" sophomore from Detroit Western, is going to be shooting. He's a lefty. Getting ready to put up his first of two. And that one is good.
His first time to the line tonight as well.
And now getting ready to set up for the second shot. Pulling them within 10 with that one, and this one will not go in. It rolled around. Another one of those balls that did everything but go down. And it stays a 10-point lead for the Trailblazers with 2:22 to go here, first half. And Vassar now working back against J.L. Branson at near half court. Now kicks it down in the left wing to Ojukwu. Ojukwu versus Allen. Bounce pass into Ephraim. Michael turns, and he still can't get that shot to fall. That one's closer, but rimmed out and quickly rebounded out of there by the Hawks as they push it up the floor. Shamarian Hardy and keeps the handle on the ball. Looked like he was going to hand it off to Pfeiffer there for a moment. Keeps it. Still dribbling, working against Ojukwu. Now he picks up his dribble, hands it off to Branson. Branson being guarded now by Ojukwu. Down on the baseline, a little contact. And that was an offensive foul, a little too much contact there for J.L. Branson as he put his shoulder right into Ojukwu's chest. And so that will turn the ball back to the Trailblazers.
The ball went down, but doesn't count.
Alex Montez now to inbound the ball to Dre Vassar. Dre's got it. Coming up the floor against Branson. Ephraim looking to get open low. Clearly they're trying to work that. Now Ojukwu tries to get it to Ephraim. Unable to do so. Batted around, but picked up by Vassar at the half-court line. Now he's driving it down low and going to put it off the rim, and he is fouled as he went up trying to get that layup. He had to stretch a long way for that and got his legs taken out from under him.
He went down hard, too. You could hear him hit all the way up here.
And that is Branson. And that will put Vassar at the line. Dre Vassar, 6'1" freshman playing for the Trailblazers. It's up and in. He's from Louisville Trinity. That was his high school.
His first free throw tonight. He has 13 points on the night so far.
A pair of trays, right?
Right. 2 trays.
And I started to make a comment about a full house and decided against it.
I think you made the right decision.
Maybe draw an inside straight. Anyway, there he puts it up, and it's no good.
So you jinxed it.
I did, despite my best efforts. All right, Hawks got the ball against Callaway. That is Chester. Mackay Chester checked back in. Now a long rebound to Hardy, who gets it back over to Chester. Long three-pointer, and it's in and good. And Chester has a 50% from the three-point line so far this season. Again, small sample size. They played just 5 games, and some of these players have not played as many minutes. He's one of those. Coming into this contest, he only played about 9 minutes.
That's a Hawks' first 3 of the night.
And Alex Montez, he thought that he was fouled. I thought he walked. And the result of the whole thing is the Hawks get the ball.
I thought it was knocked out of bounds by the Hawks, too. We don't agree on much.
There was a whole lot of contact, and the ball got out of bounds, and they said it was the Hawks' ball. But, that was Hardy going up. He thinks he was fouled. He wasn't. And Ephraim was able to get the rebound, knock it down, get it ahead to Vassar, and now there's more contact, and I think that's going to go against Chester. He's complaining like it was on him. Yeah, Mackay Chester. Usually when a guy is walking demonstratively toward the referee, you can pretty well guess it was his foul.
Yeah, that's pretty indicative of the action there, yeah.
Dre Vassar now at the line again.
1 out of 2 from the stripe so far.
He puts it up and in. Where, by the way, we're at 30.7 seconds with the clock stopped here, and it is Trailblazers 25-16. Getting ready for halftime.
What a low-scoring game.
Again, 16 points so far for a team that had been averaging 100 as we're getting ready to go to half. That ball is up and tapped around, and we got contact, and I think that's going to go on Ephraim.
3 players went down at the same time.
And it looks like, let's see.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Pfeiffer's a little slow to get up, but it looks like he is going to get up.
First foul on number 22.
Favoring his left knee.
Ojukwu. I was wrong. It wasn't Ephraim. It was Ojukwu that got the foul. And that's going to come to the other end now. So just about a second in 1.2 came off the clock between that missed free throw and that foul. And so now at 29.4, it will be the Hawks at the line. And that will be Duente Pfeiffer, who is 6'6", a guard. And he puts it up and in. And I was looking to see, he is from Lansing, Michigan.
Shooting 1-1, he gets the bonus now.
Several of those players on the team for Henry Ford are Michigan products. Of course, Henry Ford in Dearborn, Michigan. And that one up and in. So he got them both. Makes it 25-18 with 29.4 to go in favor of the Trailblazers. We're going to get a couple more substitutions here. Jelani Johnson is going to check into the game. He goes in for Ojukwu. Montez stays in the game along with Vassar. We've got Callaway. We've got Ephraim.
And the shot clock really not a factor now.
22 to go. First half. Vassar being guarded closely by Aaron Allen. Trying to back him down. 16. Now 12. Vassar still with the dribble. 9 seconds. Now he makes a move, gets it out to Montez, who shoots the three atop the key, and it goes down, comes back in and out, and now a last shot for Henry Ford off the net, but no good. It is 25-18 in favor of the Trailblazers on the Trailblazers scoreboard, underwritten by Blue Fuse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. It's halftime. We'll be back with more on our halftime show after this.
It's halftime. We'll rejoin the WVUB Blazer 91.1 broadcast in just a moment. This exclusive broadcast of Vincennes University basketball is brought to you by underwriting support from
Wolf Construction Company,
Vincennes Water Utilities,
El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar,
Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of VU Athletic Training Services,
Lindsay Wealth Management,
Lou Fuse, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram,
First Vincennes Savings Bank,
Robin Montgomery and John Yoakum, FC Tucker Imge,
Herman Family Dentistry,
Walker Hughes Insurance,
Buffalo Wild Wings,
Ewing Printing,
the Vincennes University Alumni Association and Foundation,
Ubilar GMC Cadillac in Vincennes,
Holmes Plumbing,
Byron Bob's Pizza House,
Memory Motorplex,
the Vincennes Laundromat,
Jimmy John's,
German American Bank,
Goodwin Sievers Family Funeral Home,
Cantwell Shortstop and Cantwell Service Center,
Culver's Restaurant,
and the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation.
Now, back to the WVUB Blazer 91.1 broadcast for halftime stats and comments.
WVUB Vincennes, a proud part of Vincennes University Broadcasting.
You hear him each morning on the Blazer Morning Brew. He's our program director, and tonight he's our producer engineer. That's Dane Foley back at Broadcast Central. I'm Kevin Watts with Dan Ravelette. Our halftime score is 25-18. We're going to take this 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more on the halftime. We'll get scores and stats, and we'll also take a look at this week in Trailblazer history. This is Blazer 91.1.
Underwriting support for this broadcast is provided by Holmes Plumbing Supply, 1690 Hart Street in Vincennes. They do complete bathroom remodeling projects and feature Lennox systems and Bradford White water heaters. They also do sewer line installation. Their phone number is 812-882-1865. Funding for this broadcast is provided by Wolf Construction Company, 2724 Washington Avenue. They offer new residential and commercial construction plus renovation services. Wolf's current projects include work at the Red Skelton Museum and Godare Hall on the VU campus, Good Samaritan Hospital, and Lincoln High School. The phone number for Wolf Construction Company is 812-882-2260.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Culver's Restaurant, 7 Executive Boulevard in Vincennes. Culver's menu features fresh frozen custard, milkshakes, butter burgers, and French fries. Culver's is open 10:30 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. daily.
Support for this broadcast is provided by First Vincennes Savings Bank with inside banking locations at 615 Kimmel Road and 2612 North 6th Street, plus ATM services at 3rd and Vigo, Kimmel Road, and ITM service in Monroe City. More information is available at frsb.net and by phone at 812-885-9018. Member FDIC.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Robin Montgomery and John Yoakum, FC Tucker Imge. They represent residential and commercial listings and sales in Southern Indiana and Southern Illinois. The FC Tucker Imge office is at 2801 North 6th Street, Suite B. The phone numbers are 812-881-7509 for Robin Montgomery and 812-887-8669 for John Yoakum.
Saw John Yoakum just a little while ago ahead of this ball game. A lot of folks here tonight watching the Trailblazers play 25-18 over Henry Ford at the half. And they have the Franklin Elementary School on the floor right now. And these are the boys. The girls played at halftime of the women's game earlier tonight. And now the 5th grade boys is doing a red and white game against each other. And they're having a good time of it. One of the young men, I believe his last name was Bushy, shot a beautiful bank shot from near the top of the key, straight on, dropped straight in. Was very impressive. In fact, better range than we've seen from some of the regular shooters tonight. In any case, Trailblazers at the half are leading 25-18. We'll come back and find out how they got there after this 2-minute timeout on Blazer 91.1.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Walker Hughes Insurance, formerly United Insurance Services, 509 Main Street, representing many insurance carriers, including Auto Owners Insurance for home, auto, farm, and business needs. They can be reached at 882-3560. More information about auto owners is online at walkerhughes.com.
Broadcast support is provided by Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 2407 North 6th Street in Vincennes, where every day is game day. Buffalo Wild Wings has TVs available for viewing a variety of sports and games, along with their shareable menu items. Buffalo Wild Wings is open daily.
Support for WVUB is provided by Good Samaritan. This season, give yourself the gift of good health. Find a provider who fits your needs at Good Samaritan for care you can count on all year long. Visit gshbin.org/find a provider.
This Trailblazer broadcast is supported by Ular Cadillac GMC, Kimmel Road in Vincennes. They sell new and used Cadillac and GMC vehicles, plus other makes and models, and also have an automotive service department. More information is available at ubilarvincennes.com. Ubilar, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Herman Family Dentistry, a full-service family dental office located at 608 South Vale Run Road in Vincennes. Doctors Eric Herman, Lynn Stein, Karen Shank, John Anderson, and their team provide dental services including veneers, dentures, implants, and more. Appointment information for Herman Family Dentistry is available at 812-882-1572.
Right now it's 25-18 at the half as the Franklin boys continue to play out on the court. Let's check in with Dan Arvlett, who kept track of the scoring in the first half with the Trailblazers and the Hawks.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. Really, not like we mentioned all along, not much scoring in the first half, a very low-scoring contest.
Yeah, I said to Dan, are you ready? And he said, yeah, it didn't take long.
Right. And I like this kind of job. Makes it easy on me. Okay, first of all, for the Hawks, they had 4 players with 4 points. Jason Branson had 4. Dante Pfeiffer had 4, along with Shermian. How do you pronounce that? Shemarian Hardy? Shemarian Hardy. Okay, thank you. He had 4 points as well. Following him, Maki Chester Mackay Chester with 3. Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
2 points, Rashid Sampson. I got that right. And then 1 point from Fred Saunders. So that's the 18 points for the Hawks in half number 1. And for our VU Trailblazers, number 1 team in the nation, Dre Vassar led all scoring with 14 points. He had 2 trays in the first half and 3 from field goal territory and 2 from the free throw line for his 14 points. 7 points added by Jalen Calloway. He had 1 3 in the first half, and then 4 points dumped in by Dayton Williams. So 14 for Vassar, 7 for Calloway, and 4 for Williams gives our Blazers the points, 25 points they have.
All right, once again, that is our halftime score, 25-18. That score on the scoreboard unwritten by Luke Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. We'll do This Week in Trailblazer History when we come back in 2 minutes.
Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is underwritten by the Vincennes Laundromat, 1815 North 6th Street. They offer drop-off, pickup, or delivery services in addition to washers and dryers for customer use. The Vincennes Laundromat is open 7 a.m. until last wash at 9 p.m. daily. Their phone number is 812-316-0415.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Jimmy John's at 2361 North 6th Street in Vincennes and 2402 East National Highway in Washington. Jimmy John's offers sandwiches and wraps for dine-in, pickup, and delivery. Their Washington location features a drive-thru. More information is available online and through their app.
This broadcast is underwritten by German American Bank, a financial company offering banking, insurance, and wealth management services to individuals, families, and businesses. German American Bank serves customers in Indiana and Kentucky. More information about services and locations available at GermanAmerican.com.
Support for this station is provided by the Vincennes University Foundation. At VU, your passion meets our purpose. The foundation assists alumni and friends in turning their love for learning, the arts and sciences, or technology into a legacy that supports student success. Together, we're creating opportunities for the next generation of trailblazers, because once a trailblazer, always a trailblazer.
Speaking of Trailblazers, every time I'm in this PE complex, I find myself looking at the various banners, the numbers that are hanging from the rafters, and the multiple Hall of Fame athletes, championships across many sports. It's quite a legacy here at Vincennes University in athletics, and it's time for us to take a look back at this week of Trailblazer history. It's underwritten by the Vincennes University Alumni Association and Foundation, located at Thurman College on the VU campus. On December 1st, 1999, the Trailblazers hosted Ancilla College from Northern Indiana and defeated the Chargers by a score of 119-97. Cincinnati transfer Aaron McGee scored 48 points, the 3rd highest single-game total in history by a Trailblazer player. McGee was 22 from 25 from the floor in the game. Terre Haute North grad Alan Goff had 20 points, and Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne transfer Cam Stevens scored another 14 points. McGee's 48-point total was later equaled by Adam Childs in a 2003 game. That was against Southeastern Iowa. McGee transferred to Oklahoma, starred 2 seasons under coach Kelvin Sampson there. VU was upset 79-71 by Kankakee in the quarterfinals of the NJCAA tournament. They did win 2 more games, finishing 5th in the field. McGee scored 138 points and had 37 rebounds in just 4 games and was named the MVP of the tournament. And that's a look at this week in Trailblazer history, underwritten by the Vincennes University Alumni Association and Foundation. 25-18, Trailblazers lead at the half. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more on our halftime show here at Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Funding for Vincennes University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Lindsay Wealth Management at 2801 North 6th Street in Vincennes. Lindsay Wealth Management offers financial planning and investment services. More information available at lindsaywealth.com or by phone at 812-316-2079.
Underwriting support for this Trailblazer broadcast is provided by El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located at 630 Kimmel Road in Vincennes and 427 West 11th Street in Bicknell. El Corral opens daily at 11 a.m. and offers a menu of luncheon and evening Mexican cuisine with takeout available. The Vincent's phone number is 812-895-9422, and in Bicknell, 812-757-4224 for El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar.
Support for this broadcast is provided by the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation, which through the generosity of its donors provides financial assistance for patients, emerging needs, medical equipment, and scholarships. The GSH Foundation office is at 328 North 2nd Street, Suite 201. The phone number is 812-885-3192. Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Memring Motorplex, Hart Street, and Highway 41 in Vincennes. Memring sells new Chevrolet and Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs. Memring also services all makes and models. Memring's inventory of new and used vehicles is available online at MemringMotorplex.com or at the dealership. Memring Motorplex is open Monday through Saturday at 1949 Hart Street in Vincennes. Support for this broadcast is provided by Ewing Printing Company, where they have served the Vincennes area for 107 years, offering graphic design and full-color printing services. Ewing prints and designs brochures, signs, and banners. The phone number for Ewing Printing is 812-882-2415.
25-18 is the score at the half. Trey Vassar leading all scorers at the half with 14 points. He has 14, they have 18. So Trey has been very active both at the free throw line and from three-point range. And most of the rest of both teams had a hard time finding the range for most of the first half, but right there in that last 2 to 3 minutes, it really picked up the pace. Oh, sorry about that.
Well, I'm kind of surprised, Kevin, like you mentioned, missing all those three-pointers, and a lot of times even down low, right under the bucket, blank point range, they can't get them to go down. But maybe this second half will be different. Maybe we'll get the lid off the bucket and score a few more points.
Again, both these teams averaging a much higher rate than what they're on pace for at this point of the contest. And we're less than a minute away from the start of the second half. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back on Blazer 91.1.
Funding for Vincennes University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Vincennes Water Utilities at 403 Busserin Street. Vincennes Water Utilities offers various payment options, including paperless billing and 24-hour online access. Office hours are 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the phone number is 812-882-7877.
We're getting ready for the start of the second half here on this Wednesday night. The second half of our doubleheader. The Lady Blazers falling in the first game against Three Rivers earlier tonight. They were victorious in their game last night, just missing 100 points, scoring 99. And so that was how they finished out this short homestand. They'll be back in action next Wednesday when they will be a part of the doubleheader as they head to John A. Logan. Meanwhile, the men hadn't played for 8 days, but they're back in swing of things here following the Thanksgiving break and get ready to pick up in the second half, leading 25-18 against the Hawks from Dearborn, Michigan at Henry Ford College. And it will be Trailblazers ball to start the second half. And Dayton Williams back in the game for the Trailblazers to start the second half. We'll get it to Vassar, who kicks it back to Williams. Williams driving down quickly down low to Callaway. A set play out of the half and worked beautifully as Callaway snuck down that baseline and they hit him for the alley-oop.
That's the way to start the second half.
27-18, Trailblazers less than a minute into this second half. It's Hardy with the long three, no good, and pulled out of there by Callaway. Callaway hands it to Vassar. Vassar across the timeline as Trailblazers move into the half-court set. Melanini providing a bit of a screen. Vassar backs down the lane, now kicks it out to Alex Montez, who misses the three. And now is pulled out of there quickly by Chester. Makai Chester kicks it out. Or actually, Makai Chester has it. Now kicks it down to the right side. And now down on the line, it's Jonathan Coffey up against Melanini. He kicks it out to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking for three, puts it up, and off the front of the rim, no good. And another rebound by Callaway. As he skies for that one, pulls it down, gets it to Vassar. Vassar looked like he's going to go behind the back, then straightened up his dribble, drove, now back, gets a screen from Melanini, and then we get a whistle And I think that's going to be on Jonathan Coffey based on his reaction. And that's his third. I was going to say that he set out a lot of the first half after he got 2 quick ones, and now he's got another. Inbounded on the baseline. Montez has got it, looking for help. Kicks it back to Williams. Williams now drives the lane. Kicks it across all the way around to Callaway for the 3. He goes down, no foul. Ball is off, no good, and now rebounded out of there by the Hawks as Shamarian Hardy has got it. Gets it down here to Pfeiffer. Now Pfeiffer driving left-handed, gets it off to Chester. Makai Chester with the 3-pointer. And just like that, it's a 6-point lead.
His second 3-pointer of the night.
They start hitting threes on the pace that they're able to. The Trailblazers are going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
You're right.
18 minutes to go, first half, 27-21 in favor of the Trailblazers. They have the ball and the lead. Now Callaway stops in the lane, kicks it back to Montez. Montez to Williams. He's going to drive down, gets it to Melanini underneath, who turns. The hook is no good. Rebounded by Williams, up and in. Nice teamwork there, following up the miss and getting the layup and put back for Williams. Now Hardy working against Vassar. He backs it up, and he uses Coffey as a screener. Now they get it to Pfeiffer, who kicks it back out to Hardy. He goes all the way down the lane, up, off, and fingertip roll in. And back to a 6-point lead, 29-23. Trailblazers on top, but Henry Ford threatening. Vassar, right side to Williams. Hands it to Montez. Left-handed dribble in, bodying down, turns in the lane. Lot of contact, no foul. Ball off of the Hawks. That was Devontae Pfeiffer. And now they're going to check Fred Saunders back into the game.
Yeah, if the Hawks do get going like they can shoot threes, they need just 2 threes to tie this thing up.
And Coffey goes to the bench with those 3 fouls. Inbounded to Williams off the baseline from Montez. Williams got caught up there. He kind of between a pass and a dribble, and he bats it, tries to get it out of bounds, but unable to do that. And now the Hawks have got it off the steal. Shamarian Hardy being guarded by Vassar. He's going to drive down the lane, turns, and he is fouled. And I think they're going to say he was in the act of shooting, although the ball never got anywhere close to the basket because his arm was hit and it went out of bounds. But he was pulling up to try and shoot there on the baseline as he faded out of bounds. And Shamarian Hardy will make it to the line.
He's not been there yet tonight.
And he is an 80% free throw shooter. Not the guy you want to foul.
No.
And he puts the first one in.
I'll show some of his 80% shooting for him.
Absolutely. He is from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. One of the non-Michigan players on this team from Dearborn, Michigan. Wondering how he felt about that Ohio State-Michigan game over the weekend. Well, we won't talk about that. 29-25, 4-point lead now for the Trailblazers. As again, Henry Ford has cut the lead after the half. Vassar stepped back 3, no good, and quickly rebounded out of there by Saunders. And here come the Hawks as Shamarian Hardy's got the ball, working against Callaway. And the ball tipped away and back to the Hawks. Oh, and a man left underneath, wide open, J.L. Branson off the pass from Chester. And then we got a foul after the fact.
Technical on Jace Branson.
He had just had the beautiful pass down low and had taken the pass and scored. I'm not sure what was going on, but yeah, he's got the.
It may have been verbal.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm trying to figure out where they're going to shoot here. Okay, they're going to put Vassar at the line. And Dre Vassar. Chance to lead to add to his lead by 29-27 pending these free throws. So the Hawks have pulled back within a basket. So this is important, and Vassar sinks it. And he'll get another. I always have thought that must be, I don't know if you practice that way, but standing there all by yourself.
Yeah.
With everybody watching.
Be intimidating.
But he sunk them both, no problem. Ice water.
Yep. Mr. Cool.
That's right. So now the Trailblazers will also get the ball back. And they'll start from their far end of the floor. And Williams will inbound it to Vassar. And now Dre will walk it up the floor, picked up by Branson, who just had that technical. Vassar all the way down, over the right wing. Now he backs it out. Now across to Callaway, who's on the baseline, works his way down low, tries to get it up off the glass, no good, but Malinini cleans it up. He can't get it. But then Williams follows up with the cleaning up the rebound. And he did count the basket. That's why I was waiting to see if they counted the basket, so it's and one.
And one, yeah.
In the meantime, we're getting a timeout, so we'll do the free throw after the timeout. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Blazer 91.1 WVUB. Support for WVUB is provided by Byron Bob's Pizza House, 812 Main in Vincennes. Open 7 days a week and featuring pizza, sandwiches, wings, and a fresh salad bar. Online ordering is available at bobspizza.net.
Support for this broadcast provided by Cantwell Shortstop, 625 Kimmel Road, and Cantwell Service Center, Washington Avenue in St. Clair. Selling Marathon and Sunoco gas and oil products. Both locations are open 24/7 and serve hot lunch items, 11 until 2 daily. Cantwell Shortstop and Cantwell Service Center, serving Vincennes since 1968.
Support for Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is provided by Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home, 524 Broadway. Serving Knox and Davies counties as a funeral service and cremation provider. Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home offers services that will help tell the story of a life, with service options that honor each family's traditions and wishes.
Well, the dance cam is in vogue here during the timeout in the PE Complex. Vincennes University Trailblazer basketball on Blazer 91.1 WVUB. 15:56 to go in the contest. A tight game at this point, 33-27 Trailblazers. But Dayton Williams at the line trying to finish out a three-point play as he was fouled. A couple of missed shots, including Malinini, but he cleaned it up underneath, went up, and when he did, he was able to get the basket and also picked up the foul. And now he's going to have a chance to make it the old-fashioned way, 3 points with a shot at the line. Left-handed shot is up, and it's good. So he completes the three-point play, pushes it to a 7-point lead, 34-27. On the Trailblazer scoreboard, underwritten by Luke Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. And help me out, Dan. I was looking down. What happened?
I don't know. Well, the officials are pointing down court.
All right, well, we had another whistle and stoppage here.
The official was at the half-court mark and pointed down to the end of the court. I'm not sure what it was all about.
All right, well, Hawks get the ball inbounded on their end of the court. Long shot from the corner, no good, and pulled out of there by Vassar. And now here come the Trailblazers, playing from our right to left, as we call it for you. That is Williams going down into the paint, now kicking it back out to Vassar. He walks out across the logo. Resets, 14 on the shot clock. He's working against Branson. Still got the dribble, now he kicks it back to Williams, who tries to feed it low to Malinini, and they just miscommunicated. He tried to bounce it to him, it was too low, and that is out, but we did get a foul. And so maybe that was part of the reason Malinini couldn't reach that, as Fred Sanders was hooking him.
Malinini was cutting to the basket, and the pass went to his left.
Alex Montez on the baseline gets it into Williams. 18 on the shot clock. He turns, puts it up left-handed, no good. And pulled out of there quickly by Branson. Now here come the Hawks with a fast feed down, but it didn't work as Saunders was out of control, going out of bounds, threw it back in, went right to the Trailblazers. Went to Callaway, who brought it down, and now we've got the ball out of bounds to the Hawks, I believe.
Yep, you're right.
As Callaway thought he'd been fouled, but he basically just sailed out of bounds. And so now we'll get a couple substitutions. As here come the Hawks again with the ball. Got a couple of whistles that were a little hard to discern.
You're right. They have been.
All right. There is Branson driving down on Williams. Left-handed dribble, turns around again. Now he kicks it back out to the top. That's Shamarian Hardy. He's going to drive down on the right side, off the glass, no good, and another whistle, and this is going to go against the Trailblazers, and that's going to be on Williams. I believe that's his second, or third, his third.
Second team foul.
All right, third foul. 4 so far this half for the Hawks, 2 for the Trailblazers, and it will put Shamarian Hardy at the line, and as I mentioned earlier, he's an 80% free throw shooter. He hit them both the last time. He gets the first one this time.
Substitution for the Hawks. Returning is number 2, Aaron Allen.
Aaron Allen's going to check into the game. Chester's going to check out for the time being for the Hawks.
Kind of a turnover-free game. The Hawks have 6 and we have 7.
And the ball up and good, so he made both of those. Shamarian Hardy, again, 80% free throw shooter, and he's made all that he's taken tonight. 34-29, 14 and a half minutes to go here in the contest as the Trailblazers having difficulty pulling away from Division II. Henry Ford ranked 12th in Division II poll. That ball was up off no good and pulled out of there by the Hawks. They tried to get a little fancy into the basket. That backfired as Rashid Sampson couldn't handle that pass. Now the other way for Callaway, who puts it up and in. Nice job by the Trailblazers to quickly get back. However, now they are celebrating and almost missed it on the other end as J.L. Branson almost did the same thing to the Trailblazers the other way. Now off the basket, no good, and it's back on the Trailblazer into the court as Malinini is backing down. He's double teamed, gets it out to Callaway. Jalen backs it out, now down into the lane, puts it up, and good.
And one.
And Devontae Pfeiffer felt like that was an offensive foul, but nonetheless, it's going to be an and one for Jalen Callaway.
Basket's good by Jalen Callaway. He will go to the free throw line.
He's 2 out of 4 from the stripe tonight.
Returning is number 1, Elijah Lovemore.
Elijah Lovemore is going to check back into the game. And I think Vassar's going to get a blow while this one's up and good for Jalen Callaway. Lovemore's played some important minutes over the last few games.
Yes.
He's back on the court now, running the point. Now on defense, the Trailblazers, Montez being back down to the lane as Pfeiffer misses that one, but they get the follow-up. And Aaron Allen was the one who was able to get the rebound and the shot. 39-31, Trailblazers lead. They have the ball, moving it around the perimeter. Now Jalen's got it. Callaway driving the lane, pops it up. Floater, no good. Pulled down by Branson, and now pushed up quickly by Hardy. He is met there by Lovemore. Now he's going to back it out right around the NJCAA logo. And now he moves down the key, or down the lane rather, off the top of the key, off no good.
Kind of a late whistle on that call.
And we get a foul, this one against the Trailblazers. I had to say it, I believe it's Lovemore picking up the foul.
You're right.
And Shamarian Hardy will once again go to the line. I won't tell you. He's a really good free throw shooter.
He hasn't missed yet tonight, 4 out of 4.
I don't know if that'll work or not. We'll see.
I'm trying to jinx him.
Yep.
Nope.
No, he's a good free throw shooter. I don't think we're going to do it.
Try one more time. 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Well, if he's 80%, that means he misses 20% of the time,
That's
right?
He's due to miss.
He's due.
Yeah, right. Don't bet on it.
Shamarian Hardy at the line, trying to finish out the second free throw, and he did miss it. Sure did. Ribbed it right out of the round.
Yep.
And then foul called.
Foul on Hardy.
Yes, and I think we got a T.
16 foul.
We did get a foul on Hardy, as you mentioned, but I think there was also a technical foul.
Yeah.
I think that might have been on the bench on the Trailblazer end of the court.
The bench, yeah.
Technical foul.
And so number 15, Devontae Pfeiffer, is going to take the free throws on the technical before we go the other way for the shots on the foul. And he misses.
Yep. His first miss from the stripe tonight.
I'm shocked that they don't put Hardy at the line.
Me too, yeah.
But nonetheless, Pfeiffer's going to try for the second one. And he gets it. So they do pick up a point off of the technical. And that was on Coach Franklin.
He's still yapping at the official.
He's not particularly happy at the moment.
No.
6-point lead for the Trailblazers. And they will not, now they're conferring. Okay, there will not be a shooting foul. There was a foul, but and it's going to be a Trailblazer ball. As Lovemore now brings it up against Allen at the half line. Almost over and back. He didn't realize, I don't think, exactly where he was standing. Now he gets around Malinini. Bumps into Allen. Ball is swatted down by Pfeiffer. Lovemore gets it back. Takes it down. It's blocked again, this time by Saunders. And here come the Hawks with a chance to cut into this 6-point lead. Get the ball back to Allen. Allen to the right side to Pfeiffer. Devontae Pfeiffer working on Alex Montez. He gets a screen from Saunders. Now he goes down off the baseline and up and in off the glass. Nice move right down on the baseline, then straight up and in. It's a 4-point game. 12-14 to go. 39-35 Trailblazers. They've got the ball. Trying to hang on to the lead. Callaway kicks it out to Montez. Montez bounce pass into Malinini. He turns, puts it up. No good. Pulled out of there by Saunders. And now here come the Hawks the other way as they've got Makai Chester back in. He's helping to handle the ball. Got it right now against Williams. And he backs Williams down, goes in the paint. Nice block by Williams, but the ball will stay with the Hawks with 12 minutes on the shot clock. They'll have a chance to inbound it. That is the under 12 timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. Right now on the Trailblazer scoreboard, it is 39-35 in favor of the Trailblazers.
Underwriting support for this broadcast is provided by Holmes Plumbing Supply, 1690 Hart Street in Vincennes. They do complete bathroom remodeling projects and feature Lennox systems and Bradford white water heaters. They also do sewer line installation. Their phone number is 812-882-1865. Funding for this broadcast is provided by Wolf Construction Company, 2724 Washington Avenue. They offer new residential and commercial construction plus renovation services. Wolf's current projects include work at the Red Skelton Museum and Godare Hall on the VU campus, Good Samaritan Hospital, and Lincoln High School. The phone number for Wolf Construction Company is 812-882-2260.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Culver's Restaurant, 7 Executive Boulevard in Vincennes. Culver's menu features home-style meals, hand-battered codfish sandwiches, soups, and salads. Culver's is open 10:30 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. daily. They are playing musical broomsticks at half court. I have seen a lot of games in my day. I've never seen musical broomsticks until right now. Very interesting.
I never either. I don't think I want to try that either. Not at my age.
These were college kids, and they were diving all over the floor. But
diving and sliding, yeah.
But they were having a good time, entertaining the crowd here during the timeout. 11:42 to go in the ball game, and 12 seconds on the shot clock as the ball will be inbounded on the baseline. Actually, let's see if they're gonna. It's the Hawks inbounding it on their own baseline. Across to Branson, who drives down the baseline and puts it up and in as Williams backed off, not wanting to pick up the foul. And so it's now a 2-point game, 39-37, 11.5 to go in the contest. On the Trailblazer scoreboard, underwritten by Luke Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. Williams backs his way down. Turns, puts the ball up for the Trailblazers. It bounces no good. Malinini, though, gets the rebound, but could not get the left-handed ball to fall. He put it right up on top of the rim, but it fell right off the other side. And just like that, the Hawks have the ball with a chance to take the lead with 3 points or tie it with 2.
Another point blank miss.
And Marion Hardy working his way towards the middle. Kicks it back out to the right side. That ball is up off the back of the rim. No good for Saunders. And now here come the Trailblazers trying to push the lead. Vassar down to Callaway. Callaway is fouled, I think, on the shot, or do they call that goaltending?
Goaltending.
Okay. I thought he either got his wrist or they said he slapped it off the backboard. So either way, it was 2 points for the Trailblazers.
Is that Callaway?
Yeah, Callaway. Nice shot. Blocked, but it was considered goaltending where they got it on the way down. 41-37. Trailblazers, and now a three-pointer from the top to keep from Marion Hardy. He misses it and is taken by Malinini the other way. And another point-blank miss, but cleaned up by Callaway, who's really heated up here in the second half. Jalen Callaway's been all over the floor for the Trailblazers. Now Pfeiffer driving down on the baseline, and he is fouled by Montez. And Alex Montez pleading his case, but I'm sorry, that was Vassar. I thought they were calling it on Montez. They called it on Vassar. I think Montez thought they called it on Montez, too, for a minute.
He was relieved, wasn't he?
Yeah, the way he reacted.
Yeah.
In any case, Dre Vassar picks up the foul as he is checked back into the game along with Callaway and Williams. And we have Montez. And we got Malinini, but we're getting substitutions here in just a moment. Meantime, first shot for Pfeiffer. His first free throw attempt since the technical, and he gets this when he missed one of those. Ojukwu will come in for Montez, and the Malinini will check out, and Michael Ephraim will check in.
Pfeiffer's 3 out of 5 from the stripe tonight.
43-38, Penny the free throw.
We can't let him hang around too much longer.
Coming up on halfway through the second half. 10:18 to play. And Pfeiffer puts it up, and it is good. And we'll get a substitution for the Hawks. And that is Makai Chester checking back in to the contest. Also, Aaron Allen is back in for the Hawks. Now we get full court pressure. Vassar walking it up against Allen. Being challenged, he gets it across the timeline without much effort. Now looking for help as he gets to Ojukwu, who's at the top of the key. He's going to drive down against Coffey, who's checked back in the game. Now Callaway backing his way down. He's double teamed, kicks it into the corner. Ojukwu, Prince has the three, but it misses everything. And it is going to be side out to the Hawks as it went off Michael Ephraim. That ball missed rim and everything, and Ephraim couldn't react fast enough. It bounced off his chest and out of bounds.
Total air ball.
Makai Chester now. Over to the right side to Hardy, who gets it out to Coffey. Coffey over to the left side to Chester. I'm sorry, to Aaron Allen. Allen kicks it now back out to Branson. And it's side out on the Hawks. And something you don't see all the time. At J.L. Branson said, yep, I did it.
Yeah, really?
he stepped on the line and he looked over to the bench at the coach and said, yep, my bad.
He admitted it, yeah.
All right, inbounded by Williams to Vassar. Again, getting some pressure from Allen as he approaches the half line. Across, no issue. He drives over to the left side. Left wing, looking for help. Gets it out to Ojukwu. Ojukwu is going to drive the right side. Now he's going to back it out. 15 on the shot clock. It is Williams. Loses the handle, but gets it back. Now he loses it again, and this time it's picked up by the Hawks, who move it quickly down the other way. Hardy misses the three. Ojukwu is able to save it inbounds to Callaway, and now a fast break the other way as the Trailblazers will back it out and reset. Under 9 to play. Ball up, off no good for Callaway, and now it's pulled out of there by Jamarian Hardy. He's going to push it down the other way, behind the back dribble, going to stop. Surprised Chester with that one, I think.
He did.
Then got it back to Hardy, and kicked it over to Allen. Now he's going to get it down to Coffey. Coffey going back his way down against Ephraim, turns around and puts it up no good. And Williams had a little trouble grabbing that rebound. If he did get a hold of it, he's had the last couple times he handled the ball, had a little bit of trouble hanging on to it. Vassar now has got it. 21 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Williams. Working from half court. Now they're working their way in. Off the left wing. Shot is no good. And it's the Hawks ball, 43-39. They feed it ahead to Coffey. He was too far in, so he kicks it back out. All the way around, far side now to Branson. J.L. Branson works his way down. He loses the handle, and now goes back the other way. Dayton to Ojukwu. Ojukwu to Callaway, who jams it at the other end. beautiful sequence. The ball never touched the floor. 3 straight passes and up and in. And at 7:55 to go in the ball game. On the Trailblazers scoreboard, underwritten by Luke Hughes, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. The score is 45-39 Trailblazers. We're back in 1 minute on Blazer 91.1.
Support for this broadcast is provided by First Vincennes Savings Bank with inside banking locations at 615 Kimmel Road and 2612 North 6th Street, plus ATM services at 3rd and Vigo, Kimmel Road, and ITM service in Monroe City. More information is available at frsb.net and by phone at 812-885-9018. Member FDIC.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Robin Montgomery and John Yoakum, FC Tucker MG. They represent residential and commercial listings and sales in Southern Indiana and Southern Illinois. The FC Tucker MG office is at 2801 North 6th Street, Suite B. The phone numbers are 812-881-7509 for Robin Montgomery and 812-887-8669 for John Yoakum.
Saturday, December 13th, here at the PE Complex, 2 and 4, the start times for the games. It will be Toys for Tots night here at the BUP Complex for home games for our Trailblazers, and as they help out those in the community. Reset the action here for you at 7:55 to play in the ball game. It is 45-39 in favor of the Trailblazers.
Callaway has 13 points here in the second half. 20 total.
It's going to be Hawks ball, bringing it in from their end of the court, or rather the opposite end of the court, walking it down toward their basket and where their bench is. Shamarian Hardy has got it. Being guarded by Callaway. Kicks it over to Pfeiffer, and we get a whistle. And I think that's going to be Saunders.
Offensive foul on number 13, yeah.
And fourth personal foul, and it's the second time he's been called for basically hooking a player in the lane.
So that puts us in the bonus now.
We're going to take a media timeout as we're under 8 minutes to play. It's 7:46 to go, 45-39. Trailblazers back in 1 minute on Blazer 91.1.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Walker Hughes Insurance, 509 Main Street, formerly United Insurance Services, serving Southern Indiana and Illinois businesses and families since 1903 by representing Auto Owners Insurance Company, among many other carriers. They can be reached at 882-3560 or online at walkerhughes.com.
Broadcast support is provided by Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 2407 North 6th Street in Vincennes, where every day is game day. Buffalo Wild Wings features 21 sauces and seasonings from mild to wild for their wings, along with cheeseburgers and hand-breaded chicken tenders. Buffalo Wild Wings is open daily.
45-39, Trailblazers lead, 7:46 to go in the contest. The folks from Michigan have not gone away tonight. They're hanging in there. Henry Ford Hawks, number 12 in Division II basketball, and they're hanging with our number 1 Trailblazers tonight. Had it within 2 with about 10 minutes to go. It is now a 45-39 lead for the Trailblazers, and they have the ball. Trailblazers have the ball. They walk the ball up across the timeline. A little token pressure from Allen on Vassar. Vassar left-handed dribble. Now to the right hand. Now back to the left hand. Oh, he slips as he goes in, and let's see. Are they calling a foul?
Yes. On number 2.
They're going to say Allen did foul him. Looked like he slipped, but he must have got him before he went down. And that's going to put Vassar at the line one-on-one. So Dre steps to the line and puts up the first one. Good.
Wow. Barely made it over the front of the rim, though. A lot of the shots have been short tonight.
Yeah, the rims have not been friendly.
No, they have not. They have covers on them.
Exactly. Vassar now looking to pick up the second free throw. Puts it up, and it is good. And that one, nothing but net. He had the range that time. Now a little more pressure from the Trailblazers on the inbound. Breaking the press are the Hawks as they get the alley-oop at the other end. That will not make Coach Franklin happy, as they were able to break that with the 2 passes, and Coffey drops it down on their end of the court. Now Vassar back with the ball.
Getting a little help from Ephraim. Now backs it out again. Jelani Johnson's back in the game. He's got it. Now they have 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ojukwu has checked back in the game for the Trailblazers. Vassar back with the ball on Allen. And that pass is intercepted by Hardy. Shamarian Hardy is taking it all the way down, going to put it up off the glass, and it is good. And it is now a 4-point lead for the Trailblazers, 47-43, as Henry Ford's trying to close the gap again under 7 minutes to play here in the contest.
The toughest game we've had for a while.
It is Callaway working against Branson, and he takes it to the right side, loses the handle, and now here comes Shamarian Hardy again. And, that's Allen. Allen gets it back to Pfeiffer, who misses the shot from long range, and now the Trailblazers are going to slow it down a little bit as Vassar gets it to Callaway. And getting a timeout from Coach Franklin with 19 on the shot clock. They slowed it down, but he wasn't liking what he was seeing. I think he's going to get a substitution as well and bring Williams back to the game. We'll find out when we come back in 30 seconds on Blazer 91.1.
Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Herman Family Dentistry, a full-service family dental office located at 608 South Vale Run Road in Vincennes. Doctors Eric Herman, Lynn Stein, Karen Shank, John Anderson, and their team provide dental services including veneers, dentures, implants, and more. Appointment information for Herman Family Dentistry is available at 812-882-1572.
Post-game show is underwritten by Good Samaritan Hospital, providers of athletic training services at Vincennes University. And we'll be looking forward to getting a comment from the coach coming up after the game. But in the meantime, a lot of work to do. 6:21 to play. It is 47-43. Blazers leading by 4. As we get ready to come back to action, it will be Trailblazers ball. Williams has checked back in, as I mentioned before the timeout. And he's looking to get the ball to Ojukwu. He does. Now Prince hands it off to Callaway. Callaway moves it across the timeline, past the logo. Now working his way on the right side, kicks it back to Williams. Williams driving, kicks it over to the left side to Jelani Johnson off the hands of the Henry Ford player, Shamarian Hardy, and that's going to leave 8 on the shot clock for the Trailblazers to work with. Ojukwu is going to now inbound the ball. And he's going to get it to Callaway. 7-6-5. Callaway puts it up. Off, no good. Johnson gets the rebound. New shot clock. And he's looking for help. Gets it to Callaway. Now the reset. 15 seconds on the clock. Callaway over to Williams. Williams holds the ball. Now dribbles. Hands off to Ojukwu. Ojukwu to Jelani Johnson. Johnson working against Hardy. Now he kicks it back to Dayton. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Williams all the way down in, and with 1 on the clock, gets it up and in. 49-43, Trailblazers, 5:40 to go in the game. Now the Hawks on their end of the court. Shamarian Hardy's working around, gets it to Coffey, who drives against Ephraim. Ephraim, nice block. Down low, rebounded out of there by Dayton. And now, there is Callaway. Back it out, now Dayton Williams has got it. Going to go against Allen. Up off the glass, no good. But he is fouled. And so, okay, that is Coffey. I believe that's his 4th, yeah.
It's only the second time Williams has been at the free throw line tonight, but he hit the first one.
Dayton Williams takes the first shot, left-handed shot up and good. Pushes it to 50-43. Both these teams well below their average with 5 and change to go here in the contest.
So important for us to hit our free throws down the stretch.
And we're getting massive substitutions now from the Hawks as Dayton gets ready for his second free throw. And he puts it up, and it is off, no good. Rebounded out of there by Ojukwu, and now a fresh shot clock and the ball. 5:14 to go. Callaway's got it, being guarded out there by Branson. And now he's going to take the left-handed dribble, back down, kick it out to Malinini, who checked back in the game during the dead ball. Now to Ojukwu. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Ojukwu puts it up. No good. And that is a shot clock violation. And so after they got the rebound from the free throw, they weren't able to get anything done in the 20 seconds on the shot clock.
That last time down the court, we kept it on our end for a long time, which was great.
7-point lead, but it's tenuous at the moment. Under 5 to play, and the Hawks walking the ball across, still within close distance. That is Shamarian getting a little help from from Saunders. That ball's up off the back of the rim, no good. 2 Trailblazers go up for it. Ojukwu comes down with it, hands it to Callaway. Now Callaway pushes it up against Allen. Aaron Allen guarding Williams now knocks it away, and Shamarian Hardy's going to take it all the way down and put it up, and reverse layup will not work. And it is pulled out of there by the Trailblazers. That's Williams. Williams kicks it to Johnson, kicks it to Callaway, back to Williams, over into the corner to Ojukwu. Now Williams has got it back, and they're going to reset. And 4:12 to go in the contest. Coming up on 10 on the shot clock. Down in the corner, bounce passes down to Melanini on the baseline, turns and puts it up off the front of the rim, no good. Tapped up, no good. Williams finally gets it to go up and in on the second try. 52-43, Trailblazers. Under 4 now to play. Hawks pushing the ball down. That's Pfeiffer. Ball knocked around by Williams, knocked away by Williams, picked up by Callaway. Callaway's going to take it down, kick it off to Ojukwu in the corner. Now he's going to hand it to Williams, who hands it to Callaway, and he's going to reset, coming out all the way to the logo, being guarded by Pfeiffer. Callaway, left-handed dribble, works his way around Melanini. Now he's looking to put the hook up, and good. Nice little floater over our own player, Melanini, and also the rather tall Fred Saunders at 6'7". Ball floated in nicely. That shot no good by Hardy, as they have not had the 3 ball tonight, obviously they've had in some of their earlier games based on their averages.
Our 11-point lead looks pretty good right now.
54-43, coming up on 3 minutes to play in the game. Trailblazers have the lead and the ball. Ojukwu has it. Now he's going to kick it out to Williams. Dayton across to Callaway. Jalen now gets it to Ojukwu. Prince gets it back to Dayton. And Williams hands it off to Melanini, but there was a foul before the pass. And so Dayton will go to the free throw line. But we're going to get a timeout under 3 minutes to play. It is 2:51, 54-43. Trailblazers lead. We'll be back in 1 minute on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Support for WVUB is provided by Good Samaritan. This season, give yourself the gift of good health. Find a provider who fits your needs at Good Samaritan for care you can count on all year long. Visit gshvin.org/find a provider.
This Trailblazer broadcast is supported by Ular Cadillac GMC, Himmel Road in Vincennes. They sell new and used Cadillac and GMC vehicles, plus other makes and models, and also have an automotive service department. More information is available at ularvincennes.com. Ular, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Jimmy John's at 2361 North 6th Street in Vincennes and 2402 East National Highway in Washington. Jimmy John's offers sandwiches and wraps for dine-in, pickup, and delivery. They also have catering services available. More information is available online and through their app.
It was 25-18 in favor of the Trailblazers at halftime. Now it is 54-43. Trailblazers leading with 2:51 to play in the contest. And we come back to action at the free throw line. It will be Dayton Williams who will shoot 2.
I kind of feel like we have a little momentum on our side right now.
I agree. The Hawks have not been able to get closer than 4 points in the last 5 minutes. And now Williams misses that one. I can say a bigger lead. It's 11 points now. He's going to try and make it 12 with the second free throw. And he puts it up. And it is good. So 55-43, Trailblazers, 2:50 to play. And Shamarian Hardy walking the ball up across the half line. Not as much urgency as I would have expected from the Hawks, given the deficit. Aaron Allen's got it, working against Vassar, who's checked back in the game. Now he gets it over to Pfeiffer, now back to Allen. Allen's going to drive all the way down under, puts it up, off, no good, but he is fouled.
Late whistle.
And that got groans from the bench for the crowd.
Yeah.
I think from you.
Well, I just said late whistle. And I groaned when I said it.
Allen is going to head to the line. And he is a 50% free throw shooter, so we shall see.
Not been there yet tonight.
And the first one is no good.
I believe this is our biggest lead of the night, isn't it?
I believe you're right. And you mentioned earlier the importance of free throws down the stretch here, and they are also equally important for Henry Ford. They missed 1 of 2 there. So it's an 11-point lead once again with 2.5 minutes to play. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is underwritten by the Vincennes Laundromat, 1815 North 6th Street. They offer drop-off, pickup, or delivery services in addition to washers and dryers for customer use. The Vincennes Laundromat is open 7 a.m. until last wash at 9 p.m. daily. Their phone number is 812-316-0415.
If you're just tuning in to Blazer 91.1 WVUB, we are at the PE Complex in Vincennes at the campus of Vincennes University with Dan Revelette. I'm Kevin Watson, and we have had a really exciting men's game here. At this point, the lead's been pushed back to double digits, but it has been close back and forth here in the second half as the Hawks of Henry Ford from Dearborn, Michigan have come to town to play and are playing the Trailblazers tight here on the home hardwood. 2.5 to go. Trailblazers looking to inbound the ball against full court pressure. They do get it in. Williams has got it. Kicks it over to the right side to Vassar. Now back to Williams. He gets it across the timeline. And he's going to kick it back to Vassar. He's going to reset with 20 seconds on the shot clock. 2:19 to play in the game. Now Callaway's got it as he goes against Branson. He's standing back on the logo. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now they move into action. Callaway looking for help. The ball batted away, but Vassar was able to get back a hold of it, and then he was fouled as it was a little out of control, but the reach in, and they're going to call that on number...
Personal foul number 2.
Aaron Allen.
Aaron Allen, okay.
And the shot clock went down all the way to 4, so we did run a bunch of time off the clock that time, which is very important.
Absolutely. I was a little confused there because Aaron Allen got the foul. He's 2, but so is Vassar, so I was making sure that I hadn't misread that wasn't an offensive foul. Thank you for picking that up. 2:03 to go. He's at the line and looking to help ice this game here with the clock stopped. 11-point lead right now for the Blazers, and the first one's up and in. As Dre Vassar has been big here in this ball game. He was our leading scorer at the half.
5 from the line in the second half.
And he gets the next one. 57-44. And 2 minutes to play exactly in the contest. Hawks with the ball. Shamarian Hardy driving down against Melanini. Puts it up, no good. He gets his own rebound. Tries to get across to Allen. The ball is batted around and is going to stay with the Hawks as it's off Dayton Williams.
He didn't like that call either.
I'm not sure if it was off of him or he stepped on the line while he was either way, side out to the Hawks.
A little bit of both, I think, Kevin.
1:51 on the clock now. 57-44 on the Trailblazer scoreboard, underwritten by Lou Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. And Aaron Allen's going to inbound the ball for the Hawks. He gets it to Pfeiffer, who checked back into the game. He takes the shot, off no good. And now down on the baseline, Hardy tries to kick it back out, batted around, and shot from the corner. And it's going to be a Trailblazer ball.
That's the 10th turnover of the night for the Hawks.
And here come the Trailblazers with 1:37 to go. Vassar walks back Allen. Again, standing right on the edge of the logo, directing traffic is Dre Vassar. 18 seconds on the shot clock. They're running some clock. Coach Franklin indicating what he wants the offensive set to be. Now Vassar moves it down with 8 seconds to go. Working his way around Pfeiffer. Still looking for a shot. 4, 3, 2. Kicks it out to Ojukwu with 1. Off no good. They get the shot, but it didn't fall. And now here come the Hawks with 1 minute to play in the contest. Pfeiffer kicks it back out to Branson, who kicked it back to him, and Pfeiffer with the shot up and in. And that's going to get a quick timeout from the Hawks. 57-46, 58.8 seconds to play in the game. We're back in 1 minute on Blazer 91.1.
This broadcast is underwritten by German American Bank, a financial company offering banking, insurance, and wealth management services to individuals, families, and businesses. German American Bank serves customers in Indiana and Kentucky. More information about services and locations available at GermanAmerican.com.
Support for this station is provided by the Vincennes University Alumni Association, presenting the Alumni Community Series of performances and connecting generations of trailblazers. Find us on Facebook. Stay connected, share your trailblazer pride, and learn how your passion can create a lasting impact. Because once a trailblazer, always a trailblazer.
WVUB Vincennes, a proud part of Vincennes University Broadcasting.
We are indeed happy to be here at Vincennes University Broadcasting tonight as we bring you Trailblazer basketball at Blazer 91.1. Under a minute to play, Trailblazers have the ball, full court pressure. Dayton gets it out to Vassar. Vassar gets it to Callaway, who's checked back in the game. He's being double teamed, and now we had I never heard a whistle.
Yeah, I did. The Hawks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Hawks are going to have to foul.
Yes. I knew there was a dead ball stopping. I just didn't hear the whistle initially. And that's going to put Callaway at the line.
It's only his second time at the stripe in the second half.
And Jalen will put it up. And the first one is good. As long as we make the free throws, this strategy will not work.
He's 4 out of 6 from the stripe tonight, so did well from the stripe.
Callaway now with the second. And it is up, and it is no good. And ball saved back into Ojukwu. The Hawks should have had that ball, but they let it get away down to the quarter. Tried to save it back in and went to Prince Ojukwu, and now with 38 seconds on the clock, Trailblazers have the ball. That's 11 seconds on the shot clock, though they will have to take a shot. Vassar gets it over to Callaway, who gets it down to Williams. Williams steps back. 2 seconds on the shot clock. One, he gets it off the rim. They beat the shot clock, and now they'll be able to run it out. 18 seconds on the clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock. It's pretty much within a tenth of a second, I think, the shot clock and the game clock.
I believe you're right, Kevin.
And they're gonna go ahead and let it run out, and there'll be 0.7 seconds on the clock for the Hawks. And not a final yet. Our PA announcer was getting.
Marty wants to go home.
I'm gonna say he's done 2 games today. He's ready.
Yeah.
Now it's a final. That ball does not go on the long three. So 58-46 on the Trailblazer scoreboard, underwritten by Luke Hughes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on 1270 South Hart Street Road in Vincennes. Again, our final is 58-46. And we'll be back in 2 minutes on Blazer 91.1.
Funding for Vincennes University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Lindsay Wealth Management at 2801 North 6th Street in Vincennes. Lindsay Wealth Management offers financial planning and investment services. More information available at lindsaywealth.com or by phone at 812-316-2079.
Underwriting support for this Trailblazer broadcast is provided by El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located at 630 Kimball Road in Vincennes and 427 West 11th Street in Bicknell. El Corral offers a menu that includes tacos, fajitas, and quesadillas. El Corral opens daily at 11 a.m. at both locations, with takeout available. The Vincennes phone number is 812-895-9422, and in Bicknell, 812-757-4224.
Support for this broadcast is provided by the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation, which through the generosity of its donors provides financial assistance for patients, community health projects, technology, and scholarships. The GSH Foundation office is at 328 North 2nd Street, Suite 201. The phone number is 812-885-3192. Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Memory Motorplex, Hart Street, and Highway 41 in Vincennes. Bemmering sells new Chevrolet and Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs. Bemmering also services all makes and models. Bemmering's inventory of new and used vehicles is available online at BemmeringMotorplex.com or at the dealership. Bemmering Motorplex is open Monday through Saturday at 1949 Hart Street in Vincennes.
58-46 is our final here at Vincennes University, the PE complex, where the Trailblazers are victorious over Henry Ford College. Reminder that the Trailblazers will host Division II Elgin this coming Saturday night. It's a 7 o'clock tip, 6:30 our pregame here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB. And the Spartans are 6-4 and play Thursday night in South Suburban, Illinois, and then they travel to Vincennes. We will start Region 24 play officially next Wednesday night. Both the men and women will visit John A. Logan. We'll have that men's game for you here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB. Again, that's next Wednesday. But in the meantime, you can turn out Saturday night for the team here at home as they will play Elgin from Division II here on the home hardwood. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout. It's the post game underwritten by Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of athletic training services for Vincennes University. Back in 2 minutes on Blazer 91.1.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Ewing Printing Company, where they have served the Vincennes area for 107 years, offering graphic design and full-color printing services. Ewing prints and designs a variety of items, including car and truck wraps. They also offer direct mail advertising.
Funding for Vincennes University basketball on WVUB is provided through support from Vincennes Water Utilities at 403 Busserin Street. Vincennes Water Utilities offers various payment options, including paperless billing and 24-hour online access. Office hours are 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the phone number is 812-882-7877.
Support for WVUB is provided by Byron Bob's Pizza House, 812 Main in Vincennes. Open 7 days a week and featuring pizza, sandwiches, wings, and a fresh salad bar. Online ordering is available at bobspizza.net.
Support for this broadcast provided by Cantwell Shortstop, 625 Kimmel Road, and Cantwell Service Center, Washington Avenue and St. Clair. Selling Marathon and Sunoco gas and oil products. Both locations are open 24/7 and serve hot lunch items, 11 until 2 daily. Cantwell Shortstop and Cantwell Service Center, serving Vincennes since 1968.
Support for Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is provided by Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home, 524 Broadway. Serving Knox and Davies counties as a funeral service and cremation provider. Goodwin Seavers Family Funeral Home offers services that will help tell the story of a life, with service options that honor each family's traditions and wishes.
A reminder that you can find out more about the Trailblazers and a lot of things that are happening in the community when you visit our website. That is WVUB.org. Click the events tab, and you will find out all kinds of cool things that are happening as we head into this holiday season. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, rather. Come back, and we'll check in with Dan for scores here on Blazer 91.1.
Underwriting support for this broadcast is provided by Holmes Plumbing Supply, 1690 Hart Street in Vincennes. They do complete bathroom remodeling projects and feature Lennox systems and Bradford White water heaters. They also do sewer line installation. Their phone number is 812-882-1865. Funding for this broadcast is provided by Wolf Construction Company, 2724 Washington Avenue. They offer new residential and commercial construction plus renovation services. Wolf's current projects include work at the Red Skelton Museum and Godare Hall on the VU campus, Good Samaritan Hospital, and Lincoln High School. The phone number for Wolf Construction Company is 812-882-2260.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Culver's Restaurant at 7 Executive Boulevard in Vincennes. Culver's menu features chicken sandwiches and tenders, cheese curds, and onion rings. Culver's is open 10:30 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. daily. Doubleheader action at the PE Complex tonight. The Lady Blazers, unfortunately, were not victorious, but the men were with a 58-46 win, and Dan Revelette had the call of the first game and has the score of this game.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. It was a very close game all the way, but I think near the end, our Trailblazers started pulling away, started playing the basketball they're very capable of playing, and come out on top by the final here at 58-46. The way scoring went in this ball game, first of all, for the visiting Henry Ford College Hawks, they were led in scoring by Shamarian Hardy. He had 13 points on the night. Following him with 11 was Deontay Pfeiffer. Then 8 points from Branson, 6 by Mackay Chester, and 3 from Aaron Allen, 2 each from John Coffey and Rashid Sampson, and 1 rounded out the scoring from Fred Saunders. And now for our victorious Vincennes University Trailblazers, led in scoring. Only 3 Blazers scored tonight, which is kind of unusual. Leading all scores was Jalen Calloway with 23 points. He had 7 in the first half and 16 points here in the second half for his 23 points. Following him closely with 20 points was Dre Vassar. He had 14 in half number 1 and 6 from the stripe in the second half. And then following him with 15 points was Dayton Williams. He had 4 points in the first half, 11 in the second half. So the Blazers finish with Calloway 23, Vassar had 20, and Williams with 15. The final here, our Trailblazers win this one 58-46.
All right, we're waiting for Coach Franklin to join us here in the press area, and we hope to get a comment with him about tonight's contest and what's ahead for the Trailblazers. The Trailblazer postgame underwritten by Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of athletic training services for Vincennes University. Let's take a 2-minute timeout and come back here on Blazer 91.1.
Support for this broadcast is provided by First Vincennes Savings Bank with inside banking locations at 615 Kimmel Road and 2612 North 6th Street, plus ATM services at 3rd and Vigo, Kimmel Road, and ITM service in Monroe City. More information is available at frsb.net and by phone at 812-885-9018. Member FDIC.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Robin Montgomery and John Yoakum, FC Tucker MD. They represent residential and commercial listings and sales in Southern Indiana and Southern Illinois. The FC Tucker MD office is at 2801 North 6th Street, Suite B. The phone numbers are 812-881-7509 for Robin Montgomery and 812-887-8669 for John Yoakum.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Walker Hughes Insurance, formerly United Insurance Services, 509 Main Street, representing many insurance carriers, including Auto Owners Insurance for home, auto, farm, and business needs. They can be reached at 882-3560. More information about Auto Owners is online at walkerhughes.com.
Broadcast support is provided by Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 2407 North 6th Street in Vincennes, where every day is game day. Buffalo Wild Wings has TVs available for viewing a variety of sports and games, along with their shareable menu items. Buffalo Wild Wings is open daily.
Underwriting for this broadcast is provided by Herman Family Dentistry, a full-service family dental office located at 608 South Bell Run Road in Vincennes. Doctors Eric Herman, Lynn Stein, Karen Shank, John Anderson, and their team provide dental services including veneers, dentures, implants, and more. Appointment information for Herman Family Dentistry is available at 812-882-1572.
Wednesday night basketball on Blazer 91.1 WVUB, 58-46, the final in the sixth meeting, just the sixth meeting between VU and Henry Ford. We won last year's game 88-77. This one not nearly as high scoring by a final of 58-46 as we await Coach Franklin joining us here as we continue with our postgame show written by Good Samaritan on Blazer 91.1 WVUB. Again, a reminder that we do have Trailblazer basketball coming your way this Saturday night. It'll be a 6:30 pregame, a 7 o'clock start, and encourage you, if you can, to turn out and support this team. That is going to be Saturday night against Division II Elgin here at the PE Complex. Spartans are 6-4. They will play one game before they come see us at South Suburban, Illinois, and then they travel to Vincennes. And again, a reminder that Region 24 play begins at John A. Logan. That's next Wednesday night. Both the men and women will be at John A. Logan. We'll have that men's game for you here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB. Let's take one more 2-minute timeout, and we'll try and get comments with the coach here on Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
Support for WVUB is provided by Good Samaritan. This season, give yourself the gift of good health. Find a provider who fits your needs at Good Samaritan for care you can count on all year long. Visit gshvin.org/find-a-provider.
This Trailblazer broadcast is supported by Ular Cadillac GMC, Kimmel Road in Vincennes. They sell new and used Cadillac and GMC vehicles, plus other makes and models, and also have an automotive service department. More information is available at ularvincennes.com. Ular, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Support for this broadcast is provided by Jimmy John's at 2361 North 6th Street in Vincennes and 2402 East National Highway in Washington. Jimmy John's offers sandwiches and wraps for dine-in, pickup, and delivery. Their Washington location features a drive-thru. More information is available online and through their app.
Trailblazer basketball on WVUB is underwritten by the Vincennes Laundromat, 1815 North 6th Street. They offer drop-off, pickup, or delivery services in addition to washers and dryers for customer use. The Vincennes Laundromat is open 7 a.m. until last wash at 9 p.m. daily. Their phone number is 812-316-0415.
Trailblazer postgame show is supported by Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of athletic training services for Vincennes University. We're joined by head coach Todd Franklin after the 58-46 win tonight against the visiting Henry Ford College. And it was a low-scoring affair in the first half. Both teams well below their average, Coach, and then things picked up a little bit in the second half. But I know it was closer than you probably expected.
No, I thought they were a good basketball team. I think if you'd have told me that we would have held them to 46 points, I would have thought we would have had a heck of a runaway victory tonight. Defensively, I guess we did a good job. I'd go back and look. They didn't score much. I thought there was a few breakdowns, but I thought, okay, we held a team that's 100 points a game type basketball team down to 46. So there's the positive. I don't know if I go very far after that. I mean, offensively, I don't know that I look like, that was.
Well, in our scoring wrap-up, we had 3 players score tonight.
Yeah, it's pitiful.
Yeah, those 3 scored well, but it was basically those 3.
And I didn't, I'm not sure that those 3 guys had great nights. Sloppy, we're not, little things. We're not catching it right. We're not ripping. We're not cutting, sealing. We're just kind of going through the motions on whatever we run. Energy in the snap isn't there. That's on me. That's bad coaching. I know better, and so I'm going to coach them. That's all I can tell you right now. I'm going to coach them. I'm going to be pretty hands-on on what goes on here, and some guys are going to get coached. I can tell you that because that offensively was, I found it embarrassing. I don't know about anybody else, but I did. I thought it was an embarrassing performance, and we challenged our inside guys to step up. I thought we only had one guy that was. Really getting things done up to now inside, and then he didn't. So we didn't have anybody that rose up, and we had the one that was decided. I don't think that was the message I meant to get across. So I'm going to try to see if I can't change the message a little bit here. And it just wasn't good. Now, again, if you tell me we're going to beat Henry Ford by 12 points, they're a good team. I mean, they're a good team. They're athletic. They can really light it up when they get going. You wouldn't know it tonight because, they really struggle to score the ball as well. So give our guys credit on the defensive end. I didn't think we let them get in transition. For the most part, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think rebounding, we were probably pretty good. I think we probably won that battle. But our offense and our snap, our intensity, and then I didn't think we ran down the floor right. We didn't run the lanes right. I mean, we just decided none of that stuff's important. And all of a sudden you get pretty, mucked up. There's also a number of things I've told these guys individually, and I won't get into those, that they've got to improve and change. And yet I look at and I'm seeing the exact same thing that I've told them was not going to work that didn't work. So, again, I don't know, when you win all the time and everybody tells them they're pretty, human nature gets in. Well, I'm going to have to be the counter to human nature. So I've done that before. So I will do it again.
Callaway had 23. Vassar had 20. 14 of those came in the first half. The other 6 at the free throw line in the second half. And Dayton Williams rounded out the scoring with 15 in the contest.
Yeah, I mean, that should never be the case. I mean, I really don't have anything positive to say about that. I would just be making stuff up and lying. But again, other end of the floor, giving it credit, giving a fair analysis of what's going on. I mean, anybody that holds Henry Ford to 46, I mean, that just doesn't happen to them. I mean, they are known to be an explosive team. They've been an explosive team this year, and they'll be an explosive team going forward. So we've been a good defensive team, and tonight I think we were a good defensive team. It's a good thing we were, because tonight we were not a good offensive team. We were not a good transition team. We were not a good free throw shooting team. We were not a good finishing team. So it was a good thing that we were a good defensive team. We cleared. I thought we cleared the defensive glass pretty well. So that's how we won the basketball game. And, they simply never could score. We kind of occasionally got some points in the basket, and they really just down the stretch didn't get any.
Right.
So but if we're going to be a championship team, and we need to, at this point, look, we just need to become good basketball players. We need to become a good basketball team. I think some of that, and that is our goals, and that's the way that we go about it. But I think at this point we got a number of guys that need to worry about the fundamentals of the game, doing things the way we want it done, doing it sharp, doing it right, instead of worrying about, we're ranked 1 or we're undefeated or, what's going to happen in March. Well, what's going to happen in March is we won't be playing in Kansas, much less winning any games in Kansas if we're going to be sloppy like that. So, but that's on me. I shouldn't allow that to get to that point, and we'll try to clean it up. And as I told the guys in the locker room, and I mean it, so anybody that's not playing right now, kind of a little bit shame on you. You're letting this guy in front of you who's not playing a little better than that stay in front of you, because I certainly want to put the best guys out there. And, all jobs are open. I mean, that tonight, if you're going to put that out on the floor, all jobs are open. We'll see who's on the floor Saturday. I have no idea. We're going to find out between now and Saturday who gets an opportunity to be the first ones out there. And I'm going to hope they're a whole lot sharper, a whole lot snappier, a whole lot more into the way that we're supposed to play. And we'll keep going that way until we figure it out. But I bet someday we'll figure it out. I can't promise it'll be tomorrow, but I can promise we'll be trying to get it that way tomorrow.
10-0. So you do take the win tonight, and they do have Elgin on Saturday. Anything you want to say about that team?
I haven't locked into Elgin a lot. I know they've got a good squad. They're having a good year. Probably pretty similar to what we played against tonight. Macomb, Henry Ford, those guys, they're good teams. They're going to contend for national championships. And again, the talent level, and I get this across to everybody and get it across to our guys. That's why doing all these little things and getting sharp is so important, because the day and age where you're going to have, these high major guys in JUCO are gone. The system's changed. Now everybody's a qualifier. You just get the guys bad grades. Well, that has nothing to do with it now. So what we get now is if we're really good, if you're a really good program, you might get the guy that's a low 1, right? When he's coming out of high school, but he didn't get what he wanted, or a good Division II player who really they think they can get more, and that's if you're really good, right? That's if you're in the top programs. And so the talent pool, everybody's kind of like in Henry Ford's case, they're going to be right there in Detroit in that area, and they're going to get the guys that are at home. So physical talent, it's like if you look out there at night, there's not we're not physically more talented than they are. There's not this huge gulf. We're not rolling out there with somebody's going to be probably an NBA guy. What you have is you got to get guys that work, and either got to be a really good player is what they are, that low 1 type level, so they get their scholarship, or they really work and they become really good mid-major guys because they got better, because they really worked at it, right? And then they prove it here at our place where everybody sees them. That's what JUCO is now. So you got to get guys that become good mid-major players, but they do that with improvement. They do that with skill development. They do that with learning how to work really hard and be intense. It's not, we're rolling the ball out there. Like, if you just measure us in Macomb, it's well, they're Division II, well, they're national championship level, and they're up around that. And you look, the talent level, you just watch those two teams and know that there's not this difference. And so that has changed in the way it is. So anytime you play these teams that are pretty good like this and contending, there's not going to be this huge. We're 10-0, and we've looked like we're blowing everybody out and, all this kind of stuff, right? But the teams we've been playing, there's not this huge difference. We were just sharper. We had been sharper. We had been playing more of a snap, a pace, a deal. Maybe we'd been working a little better going into the game. We were a little more focused. And I think we've kind of waned on that a little bit right here, and that showed, on the offensive end tonight. Some nights it'll show on the defensive end, but, I didn't think we played very hard on the offensive end. And that's an unusual thing when you say we weren't cutting hard. We weren't running the lanes hard. We weren't getting into our stuff hard. We weren't setting up a screen hard. So where it really showed up tonight for us was offensively we've gotten lazy. We've gotten sloppy. We've gotten a little satisfied and full of ourselves. And that's where, you can't always be the sweetheart and nice guy because you're dealing with human nature and the whole world's telling them they're pretty. And, all the things go well, then all of a sudden you see the collapse. If we had played against a team tonight that was just making shots, we would have had a heck of a time. And Henry Ford was currently capable of that. So we were fortunate, like I said, we did a good job defensively, and we did a good job on the glass. So, we were good there, but we've gotten really lazy and really stale on our offensive work. And that's not what usually people talk about, right, when you get to that. But that's what we've done, and we're going to correct it. We're going to correct it. We're going to fix it because that's what this is now. That's all this is at our level, is being sharp in that way and trying to improve yourself so individually you get where you want to go. And you do that by, being part of a team that plays that way and wins that way. That's how our guys, I've had, 150 some odd guys that have gone on. You have to do it. It doesn't get there because you put my jersey on here. It doesn't happen. You get the attention because of that, and you get people assuming you're going to be good. But now you got to bring the game. And we just got sloppy. And, again, that's on me. I'm the coach. I've got to get that corrected. And it can never be. I'll close this, too, because people do this sometimes. They go, well, you get too much pressure. There's no such thing. If you're trying to be a national champion, if you're a guy who's battling for very few spots to get to the next level and everybody's going to watch and you got to perform, you have to handle pressure. You have to. If you can't handle pressure, you're not going to be those guys. So the idea of, especially early in the year, of turning the pressure off of them is ridiculous. Now, they may not handle it, and they may even collapse right now. They've got to learn how to handle it. They have to learn how to handle it to get what they came here for and to get what we're trying to get to. And we're trying to get there for them. Because if we get and do these things and they play right and we do the things we normally do, then these guys want them. And so it's all part of that. And that's really what goes on. So we got to find the guys that can handle the pressure and the guys that work under that every day and the guys that practice so hard, so sharp, so well that's just what they do and it's their habit. And under pressure, that's who they are. And I probably, I haven't cracked the proverbial whip well enough here to make that happen. That was obvious. You see it on display. We weren't sharp. We weren't crisp. We weren't just missing shots. We weren't sharp. We weren't crisp. I couldn't get people, to get that way. And you get in the middle of a game like that, sometimes that's just how it is. You're there now. Now we got to go back, go to work, and get it done. And that's what happened tonight. And it's normal. It's normal behavior. But what you're wanting, these guys are all wanting. They're wanting abnormal results. They're wanting to be top of the country. They're wanting to get Division I scholarships. They're wanting to win a national championship. Well, it takes an abnormal work, an abnormal focus, and then eventually an abnormal performance. You have to be above the level of the normal. You have to be above it. So the idea of living in the normal, for what these guys came here for, it doesn't exist. So, but that's where we are. We'll get it fixed.
All right, you got one more tune-up before the play starts in the basically with John A. Logan next Wednesday. So we encourage people to get out here and see him on Saturday night. We need more folks out.
Well, we had a little better crowd tonight.
Yes.
I was appreciative of that. I thought it was a pretty good environment in here tonight. I wish we would have been a little bit sharper and played a little bit more like we're capable of tonight. But we normally do. I would assume we'll be sharper and better Saturday night. That's the direction I'd bet. We'll see, but that's what I'd bet. As you see him coming out in the court right now, doing a little work when we got done. So, we got good guys. That's just human nature.
Right.
It's just human nature. They don't mean to get sloppy. They don't mean to. But when everybody tells you you're pretty, everybody tells you how great you are, and there's no results yet to say that's not right, Coach, it's kind of what happens. And I've been around a long time. That's kind of what my opinion of what went on. So we're going to get that fixed. Even got to get a few. Might need to get a little cleaned up on the haircuts and a few things. There's a few deals right now that we probably need to get a little tidy. But I will put a better performance out. We're 10-0. We're number one in the country. I think we've been a really good product to come watch. You know, and even here tonight on the tough night where we're having to fight it and struggle it, we still beat a team that's going to beat, you know, most teams around the country most nights. So that's a sign of what should be a good team. But having 3 guys score is not the sign of a good team. So we're going to get it. We're going to get all the way there. But I hope everybody comes out Saturday. I know Indiana plays, but they don't kick off. You know, we play at 7. They're saying 8. You know, they're not going to kick off before 8:30. You know, there's going to be the show. We're going to listen to Urban Meyer talk. We're going to do all that, right? So I think you can probably come to the game and safely be able to get back by the middle of the first quarter.
One thing I'm sure of is you are the guy to take care of this, what you saw tonight, and I look forward to our conversations as we head into Saturday's game.
Well, I hope I am, but I can promise everybody I'm going to try.
All right, thank you,
Thanks.
Coach. That's Coach Todd Franklin with Dan Ravelette. I'm Kevin Watson, and this postgame has been supported by Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of athletic services for Vincennes University. For Dane Foley back at the studio, I'm Kevin Watson. Thanks for listening, and so long for now.
This exclusive broadcast of Vincennes University basketball has been brought to you on Blazer 91.1 WVUB Vincennes through underwriting support from
Jimmy John's, 2361 North 6th Street.
The Vincennes Laundromat, 1817 North 6th Street.
The Vincennes University Foundation and Alumni Center.
First Vincennes Savings Bank, 615 Kimmel Road and 2612 North 6th Street.
Cantwell Shortstop, 625 Kimmel Road and Cantwell Service Center, Washington Avenue in St. Clair.
Ubilar, Buick GMC Cadillac, 626 Kimmel Road.
Lindsay Wealth Management, 2801 North 6th Street.
Buffalo Wild Wings, 2407 North 6th Street.
Holmes Plumbing, 1690 Hart Street.
And the Good Samaritan Hospital Foundation, 328 North 2nd Street.
Support for Trailblazer basketball also provided by
Herman Family Dentistry, 608 South Quail Run Road.
Byron Bobes Pizza House, 812 Main Street in Vincennes.
Good Samaritan Hospital, provider of VU Athletic Training Services.
Walker Hughes Insurance, 509 Main Street.
El Corral Mexican Restaurant and Bar, 630 Kimmel Road.
Robin Montgomery and John Yoakum, FC Tucker Realtors, 2801 North 6th Street, Suite B.
And Memory Motorplex, 1949 Hart Street.
Support for Trailblazer basketball also provided by
Vincennes Water Utilities, 403 Bussern Street.
Ewing Printing Company, 516 Deco Street.
Wolf Construction Company, 2724 Washington Avenue.
Goodwin Severs Family Funeral Home, 524 Broadway.
German American Bank, with 2 full-service offices in Vincennes.
Lou Fuse, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1270 South Hart Street Road.
And Culver's Restaurant, 7 Executive Boulevard.
World-class music, fresh new sounds. We are Blazer 91.1 WVUB.